My Social Security. Opening a My Social Security account gives you secure access to your personal record and interactive tools tailored for you. You can see if you are eligible to receive benefits, view spousal benefit estimates, and compare retirement benefit estimates at different ages or dates when you want to start receiving benefits. Already receiving benefits? Use your account to change your address, set up or change direct deposit, get a proof of income letter, and more. In most states, you can also request a replacement Social Security card. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
Most fans were shocked when the Nuggets fired coach Michael Malone yesterday after winning an NBA championship just 2 seasons ago.
Malone is a great coach.
10 years.
Tied for the latest in the season that, a coach has been fired. It's ridiculous. There's no way it makes them better.
Malone was fired after 4 straight losses. The team also not renewing the contract of general manager Calvin Booth. The team's lead assistant David Adelman will serve as head coach for the rest of the season and playoffs. The Nuggets hope to break that 4-game losing streak tonight when they face the Kings in Sacramento. Target is getting ready to build a new store as part of a retail and residential development near Denver International Airport. The retail chain purchased more than 10 acres of land along 56th Avenue for just under $7 million. The store will be part of a master-planned community called Link 56 that will include 30 acres of retail space along 56th Avenue and Tower Road. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Major delays continue down south of the metro with a crash northbound approaching Ridgegate. We've had a couple of left lanes blocked. The backup is nearing Happy Canyon. We're talking about, maybe 4 miles on this tie-up. If you're coming up a Castle Rock, you might want to consider using Highway 85, which is Santa Fe. It'll take you up to C470. Other than that, we've got 270 running kind of heavy as you're heading up through Vasquez, and also the E470 toll highway near Pena's backed up with construction work. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Looking for affordable blinds, shades, or shutters for your home? Don't hire an expensive pro. Check out Blindster.com, where we offer custom-made window coverings at guaranteed low prices with a team of pros ready to help you every step of the way. Blindster.com.
It's never been done before. iHeartRadio and America's favorite TV show, Wheel of Fortune, come together for 1 week only. Music lovers from across the country play for incredible iHeartRadio experiences.
iHeartRadio Jingle Ball Concert.
Music Festival.
iHeartRadio Music Award.
And you can win too. Play along all week at wheeloffortune.com and you can find your...
This is Dan Kaplis. Our firm understands that injuries to seniors from motor vehicle crashes are often a tipping point moment in their lives, with the injuries tipping them from a life of independence into a life of dependence on others. Our firm has a long, outstanding, and provable track record of obtaining full economic justice for injured seniors. We take righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you need our help, please give me a call at 303-770-5551 or hit dankapleslaw.com.
Spring has sprung and it's full tilt boogie time at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hi, Dan Cicchini. For custom kitchens or cabinetry facing done right, go to drhi.com. Great cash incentives or a special financing rate of 0% APR with 72 equal monthly payments with approved credit. Call for details, 800-362-8370.
Auto accident? Find out what your case is worth. Call Fuller.com.
I listen in the morning because he's smart and witty.
Michael Brown.
Yeah, Brownie knows his stuff.
Tom Martino.
Martino gives great advice.
Ryan Schuling.
Ryan has strong opinions, and I like that.
Dan Kaplis.
And Kaplis, he keeps fighting the good fight.
On Denver's talk station.
The station I keep it on.
630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We're here to help you solve your problems, answer questions, take complaints, make life a little easier. Let's do it as we've been doing it for 45 years. We have here in the satellite home, we have Deputy D, and I have also a guest today I'll introduce in a minute here. We're going to be talking a little bit about roofing, and also I think we can maybe talk about a car giveaway, and that will be fun.
And Doc and Bo in studio.
Doc and Bo, Deputy Doc and Bo, Deputies Doc and Bo, I should say, in the studio.
Hey, which one do you like better?
I like Deputy Bo better. I'm just kidding,
I like Doc better.
I'm
Doc, just kidding, Bo.
Doc's a lot better. No, I don't know. It depends on who's listening. Take your headphones off, and then I'll say nice things.
Really, it depends what kind of case it is, I've learned.
Hey, Mark, are you going to put your money where your mouth is, by the way? Are you going to activate a camera or not?
Man.
Okay, it's okay. He's not feeling like he's looking good. I can
give me after the first break.
Let me ask you this: how much weight have you lost so far?
I've lost a ton, man. In fact, I'll tell you what's really crazy on this medication in Denver Regen. So for the last 3 days, I decided I was going to fast. I'm trying to kick in that final 10 or 12 pounds. So literally I've eaten maybe 100 calories and going on my third day.
Whoa.
I do not feel hungry. It's nuts, man.
It is. It gets pretty crazy, doesn't it? I mean, I guess when you have that, what can I say? Let me just turn that. Okay, so when you have that craving that goes away, I mean, I can tell people, it's funny. I don't know if this has happened to you guys, but I'm driving down the street and I see my neighbor putting out the trash, and he's a shadow of himself. I can tell. I can just tell because he's always been fat, always, never. And now he's a shadow, literally a shadow of himself. His clothes are hanging off him. And I can tell he's on it. I can tell.
You're talking Ozempic?
So listen, people will say to me, hey,
weight loss.
It looks like
Mike O'Malley's chiming in from Petrali Roofing in Colorado Springs. Yeah. Mike, do you know what I mean? The weight loss?
Ozempic or?
Both.
Okay,
semaglutide and tirzepatide.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Jim Gaffigan the other day, right? And
unbelievable.
He's a shadow of himself.
He does a whole joke, a whole stuff on it. Like, he says, should I get rid of my big clothes or not? He says, but my big clothes are in there saying, don't do it. You're going to need me again. I mean, he's such a funny guy. Yeah. Anyway, Mark, there is something to be said about
it. It drives me crazy, though. Listen, what drives me nuts is some people that it's evident they're on it, just like Gaffigan. I mean, there's no way this guy just started eating right and doing everything right.
Exactly.
But it's crazy. I'm the first to admit, I'm like, hey, I'm on these meds and I'm losing weight. But there's so many people you go, oh, you look really good. They'll never mention it. They think it's evil or they're tricking nature or something.
Yeah. Amy, let's talk. Amy, she had, this was a really weird situation, Amy. I'm trying to find your call. But you called in about your car because didn't it have a salvage title on it?
It did. I wasn't aware of it until after I ran my VIN number.
And so you say when it was purchased, they never told you this?
No, and I showed my paperwork to Kevin. And it didn't disclose in there anywhere that it was a junk salvage title.
Now, the reason we had you go to Kevin was saying, look, it might be salvaged, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's junk. Or is it?
Right.
So what did he find?
It is. It's got a lower end.
Is this the
2011
Beamer, right? 335i?
Yes.
Car Pro sold it to you. Now, the codes that
Did we get a copy? Did we get a copy of the paperwork? Yes or no? Because I bet it's on there.
Deputy Dollar was going to work on this, but Kevin Calkin looked at it. What did Kevin say about the car? Should we get Kevin on to talk the technical details here, or do you know, Amy?
We could. We could because when I pulled in, he just said, "Oh, that doesn't sound good," and I was kind of.
All right, let's get Kevin on.
I don't know. I was kind of bummed about that.
Did we ever get a copy though of the actual deal?
I have the paperwork on me, so I mean,
Can you send it over to help@troubleshooter.com? I want to look at it seriously.
Yes, I can.
Now, have you contacted the dealer? Have you contacted the dealer since you found out it was salvage?
Yes, I did. And I asked him, I said, I was going to give you one last chance to try to help me out, because when I called him,
What did the dealer
with the original,
say?
he said,
What did the dealer say when
said
you
he was-
said you said it was salvage?
He said he hasn't done anything that's outside of the law.
Now, okay.
Well, if he didn't disclose it was if he didn't disclose it was a branded title, we'll help you go directly to the dealer board and we'll light these guys on fire because they have to. But I'm not certain they didn't. I need to see the paperwork.
They could have
Yes,
snuck
I
it
can-
through.
I can-
Amy, they could have snuck it through on you. You don't sound like you're very, we're very savvy when it came to car deals, so it's possible. But I want to ask something. This salvage title, how did you discover it?
There's an app, it's called Bumper, and you just put your VIN number in and it does a search, and it comes back with detailed history.
Okay. Now, did you get a
everything.
Carfax on this as well?
I didn't, because I was looking through vehicles, and I had already ran too many Carfaxes on vehicles that I was interested in. So when I tried to run a Carfax, it wouldn't let me.
Okay.
And he didn't have one for me.
Okay. So bottom line here is you have a salvage car you found out when you put the name in there. And what is the history of the vehicle, the actual history? Go over that for me.
The actual history of the vehicle is it was originally sold for, hang on, let me pull up the app.
When did it get salvaged?
It got salvaged.
Well, Mark, one step at a time. I want her to go through the whole.
Colorado.
Hold on, Amy. I want you to go through the whole history of the car. When was it purchased new?
Okay.
Oh, no, this is 2011. Never mind.
it was-
Never mind. I just need to know the recent history, the last few years.
The last few years? Okay, so it says accident history, there's none. Salvage records, there's 2.
When was that?
Sale listing, there's 12. I'm sorry?
When was that? That salvage?
The salvage was October 1st of 2024.
So that's when the salvage title was issued?
Yes.
So,
And it was junk and salvage, and
does it show that they bought it from at Car Pros?
they bought it from Copart. Copart Inc.
That's the
that's like a
salvage- that's the
junkyard,
salvage
basically.
yard?
Yeah, Copart is a huge nationwide auction yard that sells totaled cars.
So
for insurance
Copart,
companies.
so the dealer, Car Pros, bought it directly from Copart?
That I'm not sure.
Well, then
It
what's
doesn't,
Copart have to do with anything?
say.
What does Copart have to do with anything? They had it for sale?
They're the ones that sold this salvaged vehicle, Tom.
They sold it to who?
Right.
To some dealer.
And it's Copart's?
Copart.
Copart.
Yeah. They're a ginormous company.
Who did they sell it to? I'm trying to find where it went from October 2024 onward. Where did it go?
Hang on one second.
I'm gonna take a break. You hold on.
Farmers
You hold on, please. Hold on.
Okay.
I got to find out.
And Kelly, get that info from her.
We'll get that info, but I want to know, where did it go? It was salvaged. Copart picks it up as salvage. Where did Copart sell it? I need to know if possibly the car dealer was also duped. It can happen. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. What can I say about water? It's the essence of our life, basically. And if you have bad water, you're never going to be healthy. Seriously, get the best water. The best treated water anywhere for the lowest price anywhere. Waterpros.net, second to none. $31.95. Well, no, $39.95 gets you everything for your whole house. Chemicals gone, plastics gone, chlorine gone, hardness gone. They soften it, and you get reverse osmosis drinking water, the best on the planet. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. With Fitness Gallery, you can find the right equipment to work out on your schedule right from home. I have a True treadmill. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
True treadmills are simply the best. They have shock absorption that absorbs over 80% of your impact. They also have a patented heart rate system. It will keep you within 2 beats of your target heart rate every time. That ensures you a perfect workout.
You never regret buying quality. Visit Fitness Gallery to find the right equipment and get moving today.
Hey, you know what? When it comes to retirement, we all think we know what we're doing. I did. You know, I had a 401k, an IRA. I had a pension. I had some money set aside, but I really didn't have a plan, like my estate plan, my business plan for succession. What about you? You might have elements of a retirement plan, but do you have a retirement-like scenario? Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies helps you lay out the scenario. What happens when, where, and why? Ask them what they do for you, because everyone's different. They're your coach through retirement. You may say, well, why do I need that? When you call them, you're going to find out why. And that's really what I did. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Great people. And that's rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211, 970-663-3211. I love the words discount. I love the words discount bath because baths are usually so expensive. We think about taking out a second mortgage, but they have really disrupted the market. They've decided we're going to do it for a discount. They're just going to do it that way. Whether it's your fix and flip, your rental, or your dream home, you're going to get proportional savings in every category. And you can send us a video. We'll even give you a price without coming to your home. No one does that. But Discount Bath does it because they're proud of the deals. DiscountBath.com. You go there, prove you're a person, right? Like which one of these are not a bicycle or whatever. And then you get an upload link. You take your smartphone, you can walk around the house and show them the area you want to do your bath. Like in the hallway, you say, this bathroom, I want to do this, this, and this. Or in the master bath, or in the roughed-in area in the basement. Then they send you a price. 720-979. 2322, but you don't even have to talk to him. Just go to discountbath.com.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Can hardly tell you're distracted by OBS.
How do you know I am?
Because I can hear it.
You know why? I know my computer's screwing up, Shannon. I don't know what's wrong with it.
I heard that.
I don't know what's wrong with it. I had to reboot right before the show.
I know. I feel bad. You restarted it before the show. Yeah, no, that's right.
And it's almost like there's something, I fear I have a virus. Now, let me tell you what I did click on. I did.
Meet Asian wives.
I clicked on something that said this. It was an email.
Filipino women want to meet you.
Guy I know, and a friend from the past had said, "Man, I didn't know these photos would ignite so many memories." And then they had a link.
Oh my God! You clicked on one of those?
Yes, and then I clicked on that link. Am I an idiot?
Oh. Well, no, not an idiot.
It just sat idle, and a little thing
was
spinning.
As we get older, we kind of,
you think
cling to the happier times, and oh yeah. You and me go fishing in the dark.
No, I will. I'll do it. I have it. I have it on there.
You wait for the bait on fishing scam.
Yeah, I know. I can too. Mine is called Clean My Mac. It's a really super program. I'm going to.
Poor guy.
You know, I can't believe I did that, but I saw the email. It was a genuine email.
I clicked once here at work on something.
See the prettiest boobies in the world. Shannon would click on that one.
There's a picture of Bo.
Shannon.
Yeah, then there's a picture of Bo without his shirt.
We are so bad. I'm feeling lonely over here on my text machine. I'm not getting any texts.
The best rates.
Mark, what are you editing?
Yeah, shut up,
Best
Mark.
rates?
The best rates on any home loan in all 50 states.
Hey, Mark. Shut up. Mark, do me a favor. Get my recorded spots off. You know what I'm talking about?
Is he even listening to us? He might be editing audio. Interesting. All right, coming back.
Shipping and guaranteed to fit. Shop at Blindster.com today.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I just texted something funny or instant message my YouTube morons, and I said, hey, you morons. So who's the moron there? Hey, Kevin Calkin is at Sheridan Auto Tech. He's one of our car experts. I call him Uncle Kevin. When you see him, you'll know why. He's just a big, friendly guy. Hey, Uncle Kevin, what about Amy and her car? You know, she bought a salvage car, didn't realize it. Tell us what you saw when you looked at the paperwork first, and then we'll go to the car.
Well, the title showed that it was State Farm Insurance, sold it through Copart. I didn't see any of the assignments on the back.
Where did you see that? Where did you see that?
She brought paperwork in,
and State
with the bill of sale,
State Farm sold it to Copart.
Probably sold it through Copac. They're the agent of the insurance company.
Okay.
So State Farm was the previous owner.
And is it called Copart or Copac or what?
Both. I've heard it both ways. But Copart, yeah.
Copart. And who did it get sold
she
to?
She looks on the back of the title that she has. Well, I don't remember on the back.
What about the title she has? What about that?
Look on the back, and the assignment should say which dealer bought it from State Farm.
Wait, on her title?
She didn't do the paperwork with the state yet. That's the paperwork the dealer provided her.
Hold on,
go ahead. The dealer provided her with the old title, and on the back of that title, there's a chain of ownership.
Amy, do you have the old title?
I have the title that they gave me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. On the back of it, it shows where that car came from.
Yes.
What does it say?
It looks like it says on November 19th of 24, Farmers Insurance Exchange, and then 10/15/24, it came from Copart Auto Auctions, and then on January 29th of 25, CarPro. That's the day I bought it, so I'm not sure what day they got it, but...
Okay, so they got it from... Does it show the actual dealer CarPros on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it says CarPros bought it from Copart.
Well, no, CarPro Motors on the... Yes, Copart. It was stamped Copart Auto Auctions.
Got it. So CarPros bought it at the auction.
Yes.
At a salvage auction, yes.
Exactly. So they can't say they didn't know it.
Yep.
Right.
That sucks.
That's why I told Amy
all right,
she should
now,
get in touch with
here's
the
the most
board.
important thing.
Yeah.
Salvage, okay, is a bad idea in my opinion. It can be compromised. It can be a bad car. It can be unsafe. But not every single salvage, recovered, and restored car in the world is a piece of trash. Kevin, we have to admit there are rare cases where someone will take a salvaged car and make it perfect, okay? It's still salvage, but it's a good car. Sure. What is the case here? And I'm waiting with bated breath because really the real issue here is not so much it is an issue they didn't disclose it. But what if she got
guys, I'm actually looking at her contract, and it says other material understandings and integrated documents. Please see attached sales contract disclosure statement. Where is that? Because that I did not receive.
So are you saying, Mark, that might be where they disclosed it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I've never seen it used anywhere else. So, yeah, that's exactly.
Now,
it's something negative. It's a disclosure statement.
As I was getting to, no matter what, what really matters is the shape of the car. Kevin, drum roll.
Yeah,
You inspected the car.
Shape,
What
but
did
the
you
engine
find,
is
sir?
shot. The engine's blown.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
What about the
Yeah,
body?
it's rattling terrible.
What about the body of the car? How is it?
It's not terrible. You can see different paint, different shades on different panels and stuff. So it's had a little work.
What about
but-
the frame? Kevin, what about the frame?
Yeah. No obvious damage in the frame.
Okay, so the engine is blown, and can you say why?
Yep. Well, she said it had overheated a couple times, and I think that was probably the cause of the overheating.
So what did you actually do to if the engine's blown, did you go further, or just what determined the engine was blown to you?
There's not much really there's not much to do at this point. The noises that it makes when it starts are very, very obvious.
Okay, so it's still running.
There's not a lot of...
What do you think it is on the engine?
Oh, it's rods. It's lower end noise. It's major noise.
How much will that cost on
it's
that
not
car?
worth fixing.
How much will that cost to rebuild a 2011 BMW engine?
Yeah, 10 grand. 12 grand, something in there for a used
Deputy
one.
D had something he wanted to say.
Yeah, hey guys, while you were having that discussion, I went to Copart's website to see if all their cars are salvage, and no. It says that Copart is the premier online wholesale vehicle auction service for clean title cars.
Well, okay.
So we don't know that it's been salvaged.
No, they do know it's salvaged.
No, all she knows is that it was sold by Copart.
No, I think she verified. Did you verify it was salvage or not?
Amy?
Who, me?
Yeah, she said Carfax shows it is salvaged.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking at the disclosure.
Yeah, but it still was listed as a salvage. I don't understand. But you're saying we don't know it's a salvage. We do know it's a salvage now.
But Kevin said that Carfax listed as salvage.
Yes.
But Amy said she did not pull a Carfax. Okay. She went to some
Okay,
site
but
called
hold on. I'm getting dizzy here, D.
Okay.
What difference does it make? We're asking, is the car salvage or not? The answer is yes, it's salvage.
Based on what?
Based on Carfax.
She said she doesn't have a Carfax.
We don't have a Carfax.
We don't have a Carfax for this car.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because you don't get a Carfax doesn't mean one doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah. So therefore, we don't know what it's
We don't know if it's salvaged. I agree with D.
Kevin
we have no
just
idea.
Said he looked at it.
He looked at the Carfax in this car.
Okay.
Did you look at the Carfax, or am I wrong?
After the fact.
Kevin?
I did not. She told me she pulled a Carfax. She pulled a Carfax after the fact.
So everything is
Not prior,
contingent
but
on
after.
she told us. So we didn't actually see it.
Yes.
Okay. So
I did not. Correct.
Amy, how can you prove to us it's a salvage?
Yeah. I'm trying to screenshot it right now so I can email you.
Okay.
The,
hey, Mark,
detailed
can't we
report.
pull a Carfax on it right now? Or Kevin, can you, and we'll reimburse you?
$35.
Kevin, can you do it and I'll
Yeah, I
reimburse
can.
you, Kevin?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, no worries.
Let's pull a Carfax.
And here's the deal on the disclosure, guys. I don't see anything. The disclosure, nothing about it being salvaged.
All right, hold on. As I said, Dimitri pointed out that Copart sells all kinds of cars, and then I found out. I thought we had in hand a title saying it was a salvage. Kevin, was there any indication on anything you saw that said it was salvage?
No.
Okay, so
nothing.
okay. So if it turns out it is salvaged, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. But we haven't verified it.
Sure.
That's what we're going to do through Kevin right now.
can
I'm
real
Tom
quick.
Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So we really do need to verify that. Also, Stephen, you have a question about an SBA loan. I'm going to ask for your patience. I will get to you. Then we have Petrali Roofing. Let's not forget them. Michael O'Malley. And we're going to talk about that coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I want to remind you, Fix It 24/7 is doing the extreme clean on ACs right now. 2 hours of service or refurbishing of that AC for just $39. It's unheard of. That's for new customers only. FixMyHome.com.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you. Why did
Kevin
she
says he
say
knows
she
you'll
had
never pay him
this
back.
other sheet in addition to Carfax? Yeah, something. What?
Denver.
That said it was salvage.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Yeah, big
No,
crash
she
down
also-
south, finally cleared out of
somewhere
your way
along the line,
northbound,
she said
approaching
she saw it was
Ridgegate. A
out.
little
She said
slowing
that.
through the
I don't-
area.
I mean,
heading
I
up
don't know
into
if
the
she
tech
did
center,
see
but
it or not.
greatly improved from that big traffic jam we had. Now, we have some construction work coming into downtown, southbound.
Well,
it's going to be past
what I
20th
mean
near
is
Spear. It
confused
is
as to
backed
whether
up
it
to
is or
I-70 and I-70 both east and west on that merge. The southbound into downtown jammed up pretty heavily. Foothills Drive looks better. We had some slowing down the bottom of Floyd Hill. No rock scaling, no closure just yet. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Hi, I'm Kyle, founder of Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to make quality, custom-made blinds affordable to everyone. Traditional window covering retailers are expensive. Our prices are low, and our blinds are guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Get ready here. All right, my turn to tell you about American Financing. Listen, I have partnered with American Financing to get you out of high interest debt. You know, before you can invest money or look to your future, you really need to get rid of high interest debt. At American Financing, they have all kinds of options, including the bank statement loan, which is the only documentation you need. They're doing home equity loans. They're dipping into the fives. I want you to call them now if you have any credit card debt at all. Then once you get this refi or your equity line, whichever you choose, then you can work at making accelerated payments if you have some extra money. But get rid of that debt. American Financing. This is the first time I have actually partnered with a lender for people to get out of debt. Now, you may just want to refi anyway for your own reasons. Whatever it is, you can skip up to 2 payments right now. Why, if you refi at the right time? Call them for details. No upfront costs, no obligation. 303-695-7000. 303-695-7000. AmericanFinancing.net. Wow, that is such a good thing. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. I have a relationship for many, many years with Joe Lazzara on this show to represent people in criminal defenses. People say, what do you mean criminal, Tom? Why would you have a defense attorney advertise? Everyone deserves a defense, first of all. Second of all, I want you not to ever shop for one when you're under pressure. If you get a DUI or something like that, you need someone, and I've done the shopping for you. Joe Lazzara, Lazzara, and you can find him at referralist.com or lazzaralegal.com or 303-429-6200. Here's what's important. Flat rate pricing on everything and free initial consultations. 303-429-6200.
NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
iHeartRadio.
I'll run that at some point after your
Oh,
AM
thank
Fin
you
Live.
so much for remembering that, Shannon. Thank you.
I mean, it's not necessarily adjacent to your AmFin Live because you did Joe, but I don't care.
But from now on,
Have Gabby get a hold of me if there's a problem.
From now on, I don't know. Is she still running it?
I don't know. It sure isn't Tim.
Hey, did you hear about Tim's new job?
Isn't he doing some sort of phony baloney fake sports thing?
Yeah, with guerrilla marketing.
Right.
No,
I'm sure they're great.
They put out a news release.
Huh.
They're really proud of him.
Sure, he's their head guy.
Hey, Shannon, go ahead and pull them all.
Killing him.
Which ones? What are we killing?
Are you at liberty to say, Mark, or no?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what he's talking about. Sorry.
I don't know. I could say, but without him saying, I don't want to say.
Look at my email. Okay, I'm looking at my email.
Look at your female.
Hey, Michael, what do you want to talk about? The giveaway, right? First of all.
Also, now would be a time to talk about people changes to homeowners insurance before hail season. There's been a lot of changes to.
Okay. What would you want to talk about there?
Making sure that they're reviewing their documents.
Okay.
Okay. All right, that's handled, guys. So you
Mark,
pulled them
what's
out,
handled?
right?
I don't understand. What's handled?
Well, I put in the change order 2 or 3 days ago, and traffic, which is now my understanding is out of the country, but I haven't verified that. They didn't get it switched. That's why your spot still played.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now I know what you mean. CMG.
Yeah, so they've had mine. They just haven't swapped them out, and I'm just figuring that out now. That's all.
Okay.
Out of the country. Well, that's good.
Did you know that?
No, but I'm very excited to meet whatever 8-year-old Chinese girl it is at the Christmas
it's
party.
India.
Hey, according to most school records, those 8-year-old Chinese girls are smarter than our kids.
I don't know if we need to keep Kevin Calkin on. Well, yeah, I want to know. He said 10 grand. I got everything I needed from him.
I just sent him the VIN number.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. He's gonna do the Carfax. I'm sorry, Kachina.
All right, I got to finish something. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay, so Mark's leaving, and Tom, you're barely here. Is anybody doing the show?
I'm going to try to do it.
Mark says he'll be right back.
I know.
Whatever.
Kiss my kahoonies.
Well, he is our rock.
He is our rock. Okay, good. You're abandoning me already, and I haven't even had surgery.
I got a knife.
Can you
save money?
I wouldn't mind. Can you avoid the spleen?
You should see what I do with a bagel. Hey. Oh, for God's sakes. Well, I should have stayed in school. This is awful.
Good morning, troublemakers.
All right, here we go. I'll let you know when Mark is back.
All right, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Uncle Kevin is running a VIN on that a Carfax to see if we can verify it is a salvage. But I want to move on. I want to ask. So hang on, Amy. We'll come back to you, Stephen. The SBA loan issue. What's happening with an SBA loan, Stephen? What can we do to help you?
Well, here's Mr. Fix-It. Here's my question. Started it in September. Somebody stole my identity and took out a $17,000 loan. I jumped through all the hoops.
Wait,
Stephen.
Stephen,
I finally got a letter. Yes.
Stephen, how did you find out that someone applied for a loan and got a loan in your name?
The U.S. Treasury started in September of last year. The U.S. Treasury took out $344 for 3 months. September, October, November.
Took out from where?
I bought it in
Took out
October.
from where?
My Social Security check.
Got it. And did they tell you why they took it out?
That $17,000 loan. I took a lot of phone calls.
Okay. So the U.S. Treasury took money from your Social Security check for a $17,000 loan you supposedly made.
That is correct.
And what kind of a loan? Was that an SBA loan?
Yes, it was.
What
SBA,
else did now continue with your story? What happened then?
Last week I got a letter of absolution from the loan that my identity was stolen, but somebody owes me over $1,000. Who do I go to? The SBA or the U.S. Treasury?
Okay, hold on. That's a good question. So you're asking, how do you get reimbursed?
That is correct, for the money they took.
Well, shouldn't the Social Security do that? If they did it by mistake, shouldn't they just send you a credit?
It's not the Social Security problem. They're doing what they're told to do by the U.S. Treasury.
Yeah, but the U.S. Treasury was collecting on a debt that's bad. So Social Security, can't they just reimburse you for the money they withheld?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Well, we can put some. You know what?
How do I get my money
Here's
back?
what we can do. Which one of my deputies want to take this? Now, it's going to be a pain in the ass, but I know we can get some answers. Social Security is pretty good at answering questions. They're not bad people at all. They have a good PR department. What I'd like to know is when someone has money withheld from their Social Security check in error, what do they do about it? I don't think you should have to go back to the Treasury, Stephen. I don't think it's up to you to fight this. I think Social Security should just give you the money back. Now, do you have any kind of verification in writing that says it was fraud?
Yes, I do.
What do you have?
A letter given to me last week from the SBA telling me that it was identity theft and I do not owe that $17,000.
And then you should be able to send that to Social Security and get your money back. How much did they take out in total?
$344 a month for 3 months.
Okay.
Hey, Stephen, have you gone down to Social Security in person?
No.
That's what you need to do. Do that and then give him my number off the air, Tom. After he goes down in person, if that doesn't resolve it, I'll follow up on it.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
You know, Doc has a good point. And now I'm starting to like him better than Bo. I'm just kidding. He's making a good point. We have heard this before, Doc, where they don't do anything on the phone, but once you make an appointment, they're pretty attentive.
Absolutely. Once you get face to face, they're pretty good at following up.
Okay. So let's do that. Go to the Social Security and you can actually make an appointment. And I believe you're going to be surprised at what they do. Hang on. Call us back. Remember, Kachina, mark this as Deputy Doc. Jerry, you have a question on stair lifts. I know a lot about them over the years. We've helped seniors get them. What is your question, sir?
Well, I wonder who you would recommend for a stair lift or stair elevator that goes up, it has a curved stair. It goes up straight and then it turns and goes up the rest of the way.
When you say it curves, does it do a 90 degree or is it a actual curve?
It's a 180-degree turn. So it goes straight up, and then there's a platform, and then it goes straight up again.
Wow, and it goes straight up the opposite direction.
That's correct.
Well, I believe, from my limited knowledge, but again, I mean, it's extensive over the years, but I believe that would be two systems. I don't think you can get one that would go up to the landing and then reverse direction. I don't think.
Uh-huh.
Now, you hold on. I don't know directly who to refer you to for stair lifts. However, we do have people that work with the elderly that we could tap. Mark, is Mark there or not? Kachina, we have an angel that does a lot of work with older people, helping them find assisted living or different apartments. Is it Barb? Is it Shu? Kachina, could you look into that? I think that our EP.
Suze would probably know for sure.
Yeah, let's find out from Suze. Our
Okay.
elderly. Well, she's not elderly, but our angel for the elderly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I gotcha.
All right, got it. So hang on, Jerry. We're going to try to get you a referral, and she's really good at helping people, but she may have someone right off the bat that she knows of. All right, we're going to come back and find out what happened with that Carfax. Is her car indeed verified to be salvage, or was it just the wrong hunch she made based on the fact that this auto salvage and junkyard bought it and resold it? Deputy D looked online and saw that they sell cars in all conditions.
Yeah, they call them clean title cars.
Yeah.
And
so they're not all wrecks and they're not all totaled.
Mm-hmm.
So we have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK. K&H Home Solutions now painting as well. This 65-year-old company has the heritage you can trust. You want some painting? K&H Painting Pros. That's khwindows.com.
Dude, I was about a second away from saying on the air, Stephanie helps the elderly and infirm, right?
Today is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Yeah,
Isn't your wife Stephanie?
Get it out of your way, northbound, approaching
Oh,
the
I
Ridge
get it.
Gate.
Oh,
Now,
that
a
was
little
a-
slowing through the area,
oh,
heading
that
up
was
into the
good.
Yeah.
Greatly improved from that.
Let's just keep this in-house and ask my wife to help because she drags my fat ass up the stairs every day.
Fear it is backed up to I-70 and I-70 both east and west on that merge to southbound into downtown, jammed up pretty heavily. Foothills Drive looks better. We had some slowing down the bottom of Floyd Hill. No rock scaling, no closure just yet. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Looking for affordable blinds, shades, or shutters for your home? Don't hire an expensive pro. Check out Blindster.com, where we offer custom-made window coverings at guaranteed low prices with a team of pros ready to help you every step of the way. Blindster.com.
Gravina's Windows, Siding, and Doors, 950 West Evans. This is the Gravinas that opened up from their dad, and this is where Larry took over, and then Larry's son Nick is now in the business. It's the kind of heritage other companies envy. From the early 70s, think about that. And now it's still going strong. And here's their hallmark at 950 West Evans. Not one line of windows that they try to push everyone into. They have 50 lines of windows, multiple lines of siding and doors. They are the people you want to go to for these things and give them a shot at your business. 303 Gravina, Gravina, 303 Gravina, or gravinas.com. You know what? There are people getting hair transplants, and finally, it's become mainstream. A good doctor, good hair transplant, your hair starts growing the next day. And I want to give you a secret. Come here. You can get it done for a fraction of the cost. And you know how you do it? You go to a foreign country. That's what I'm talking about. RecoverYourHair.com. Read about it. A local entrepreneur put together trips to Istanbul, Turkey for tourism, right? You stay a day or two or three. Well, actually, you got to stay a couple of days. You get your follow-up appointment. Your hair starts growing immediately. And this is the BAC clinic found at recoveryourhair.com. Nick Turner, the local guy, put it together. You save a ton of money and get a trip to Turkey and a hair transplant. 970-534-0676. 970-534-0676. recoveryourhair.com.
Wow.
That was awesome, admit it.
It's scary, but awesome.
Hey, Shannon.
Yeah?
Can you see if you can't? I'm emailing you something. I've got a fucking pee in here. I can't get rid of the pop.
I know how to do it. I get rid of
did?
peas. I get rid of pee all the time.
I can't get rid of this one.
Yeah,
I'll send it to
Stephanie
both
has
of
to
you.
wash your pants twice.
Man, he is so cruel. I'm suing you, Shannon.
You can't do it while we're talking, though. Tom.
What do you mean?
I know Shannon, you can. I'm saying I just sent it to Shannon.
Well, hold on. You have it in
All
a
right,
waveform. You
it's-
can just highlight those peaks.
I just sent it to him.
All right.
So it goes, most lenders get it, shop it around. And shop is like, shop.
Wow. Could
You
be the
didn't know
nut
you
behind
sound
the
like
wheel.
that, Mark?
Or the nut behind the
Probably
mic.
is. Usually I can get rid of it. I can't. This one's fucking with me.
Oh, you can also do a
But
fade
it's
down.
exactly
You can do
30.
I use a fade down function for that too. That works.
That's what we do
If
to
he
you
can get
during
rid
the
of it,
show.
I'll be impressed because this one's weird.
I'll bet you I
The
can.
doozy.
No matter what, I can.
Tom,
I'm the best.
we love you, but stop. Yeah, no, stop.
I am
Seriously,
the best.
stop.
All my recordings are of the utmost quality.
You are so insane. It's not even funny.
Now wait a minute.
Was this thing totaled?
We'll find out in a minute. Tom's been
Yeah, I
ignoring
sent
Kevin.
you guys the stuff
Oh,
from
I'm
Kevin.
looking at it.
I didn't see it.
Nope.
Don't
Oh,
give it
it's not-
away. I
it's
want to be
not total.
surprised. Don't.
Okay.
Ah!
I won't give it away.
Like waking up in the middle of the night. Oh, surprise.
Shut up. Shannon, I'm going to come and get you.
Hey, you never answered my last text, brother.
Who, me?
Me?
No, not you.
That guy?
Oh, wait a minute,
You,
Mark.
Thomas.
Let me look.
If they can bring back an extinct wolf, they can do wonders. Tom, you're going to be fine.
I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
Not just wolf, but the dire wolf.
Hey, language.
Hey, Mark.
If they can bring back a woolly mammoth, they can fix Tom.
I want Deputy D.
We should get his DNA.
Yep.
Deputy D
What?
has to be silenced.
Combine it. What
I
should
don't
we
like
combine
people
it
who
with?
speak logic and systematic approaches when it interferes with mine.
They don't belong in this show.
No.
By the way,
Where
Shannon,
did D come from?
I want no one who makes suggestions to me that are right.
Shannon, am I the only one who really wants a white dire wolf now?
A what?
They
Oh, no
cloned
kidding.
the dire wolf. They
I don't even
brought it
like
from
pets. It's going to be great.
No shit.
after 12
Oh, those
years.
white ones, those little babies. I saw them on the news crying. Did you see those, Mike?
You're up.
I'm Tom Martino. Okay, we got a lot juggling here. So let me recap. We were waiting to find out, was that car really salvage as she suspected? And we pulled a Carfax with Kevin Calkin. And that's really pretty cool. But I want to tell everyone something. And I'm telling you, there's a reason I'm telling you this, and you're going to love it. Right now, the Castle Rock Home Show, Mark, starting the 11th. We're talking about this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's the biggest they've ever had. They have I'm telling you, they have booths to Douglas County Fairgrounds. You can get free tickets.
Been there.
Oh my God, it's wonderful. CastleRockHomeshow.com for more information and tickets. CastleRockHomeshow.com. Friday, it starts at noon, goes to 6. Saturday, 10 to 5. Sunday, 11 to 4. It's not going to be affected by weather. Listen, covered booths, wonderful facility. Mark, Douglas County has a really good facility. I mean,
yeah, so right outside of it, you and I did a financial thing down there years and years ago,
Yes.
but right outside of it is a beautiful no-leash dog park, too.
yeah, so I want to tell everyone to try to make it. And it's not just for Douglas County. I mean, you can come from all over. They have hundreds and hundreds of booths. This is a record breaker, especially since COVID did a number on these things. So that's the Castle Rock Home Show this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Douglas County Fairgrounds. Go to CastleRockHomeshow.com. All right, now, the Carfax. Mark, you looked at the Carfax. Kevin, the Carfax shows what?
Yep.
Oh, hold on. I need to do it. I need to do my drum roll. There we go.
God.
All right, go ahead.
It shows damage. It shows damage, but it does not show salvage.
Agreed.
All right. It was never salvaged. We assumed it was based on her suspicion. So that shoots the hell out of our non-disclosure argument. Now, D, why are you doing a victory lap at this point? I just don't understand you. That is not gentlemanly at all.
Told you.
You told me what?
I told you we don't have any evidence to prove that this car was
I don't recall he said that.
All we have
I
is
think the way it went. I think the way it went was Amy
Go to
said,
the tape.
Amy said she had a salvage vehicle that was sold to her and never disclosed. And I said we should really check it out to make sure it's salvage. And Deputy D went along with it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was $35.
Hey, Dimitri.
Yeah.
Dimitri, do you remember when Tom put sunk his heels in on that one shop that really screwed that lady on the warranty, but he just wouldn't come around?
Stop.
Oh, yeah. Or do you remember when he sunk his heels on how he didn't cross the double line and with that photo ticket from the HOV lane?
Oh, yes, and it came in my mailbox, a picture of him driving
our
across
corporate,
the double line. I do recall that.
Our corporate address, Majors and I, we have corporate address for everything. And since my car is registered to my corporation, they saw it and they wouldn't let me live it down. Anyway, at least they didn't post it online. So really, Amy, we got to talk to you on a serious note here. You don't have a salvaged car.
Well, I
But
mean,
that
according
doesn't
to the
change the
bumper
fact
app,
she bought a piece of crap.
Wait a minute. Amy, what did you say according to what?
well, I have the bumper app, and I put my VIN, and that's what told me that it had junk salvage. I mean, I emailed it to you guys, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
it's not Carfax. It's bumper.
Well, what did it? Oh, wait. We do want to see that one.
Yeah, let's see. Let's
Why would they?
investigate that too.
Why would they conflict? Do you think, D? Why do you think, Mark? Why would they?
I have no.
If they do conflict,
I don't know that they conflict, but let's
Well,
see what
first
that
of all,
says, and
I'm
I'll
not
call
sure
Copart.
we're going back to the same. We're going back to the same argument. They might not conflict at all.
Now, here's what I want to say, Amy. You have to come to grips with the fact that you bought a car and it needs a rebuilt engine. I do not recommend. Now, listen,
Right.
Is the body and is the interior looking good?
It's got a lot of hail damage. I mean,
Wait a minute. Your body
The
has a lot of.
interior's not
Wait a
too
minute.
bad.
Your body has a lot of hail damage.
yes.
Why the hell did you buy this
That was
car?
the damage.
Amy, why did you buy this car?
Well, I was shopping around, and my average that I was finding was either, like, for instance, a 2013 Ford Fusion with 256,000 miles, or like a 98 Oldsmobile
How many
Cutlass Supreme
miles?
with 96,000 miles.
Amy, how many miles were on this?
Like 141, I think.
Yeah. Amy, I am really sorry, man. You got yourself a frickin' lemon. And I don't think we can.
I know.
I don't think we can go against the dealer. I don't think we can. You're looking at a $10,000 repair. No matter what you do it with Kevin at SheridanAutotech.com.
Let's see. Let's see if Kelly can't get the dealer on to see if they, want to talk about this great deal they gave this lady.
And maybe they can help her. Hold on, and we'll try to get the dealer on right after this on the Troubleshooter Show. 303 Martino. Get your calls in. 303-627-8466.
Do you have the name of the dealer that sold you the car?
Hey, any luck on that, Shannon, or you didn't get to check it out?
Car Rose? Is that like a national company or?
Tom would have had it done.
Yeah, but
I heard your last edit. I only spent 2.5 hours doing a
What's his name?
infomercial to be missing every 30 seconds of it.
Right? Yeah,
NASH?
that's crazy, man.
Hey, babe. He's staying up. They want him to stay another couple weeks. They want Miles to stay up in South Dakota a couple more weeks.
Well, that's a brilliant opportunity to show his turnaround power.
Oh, it's crazy, Tom.
I saw his text that he applied for manager.
Oh, he's been in several different stores. What are you kidding me? He's the fixer. I swear to God, that might be a whole little thing they do. They should have fixers. How cool would that be, Mark?
Say that again, Tom.
He could be a fixer.
Free conversation.
Literally a fixer.
Well, he is right now, but once you have your own store, all the money's your own store. But that's exactly what they're doing to him right now.
But he's getting a reputation. That's a good reputation to have. You know that?
Probably 2 more weeks.
It's, you know what? It's no further than Norfolk. I saw it's 7.5 hours.
Yeah, I know. It's far.
I mean, it's far, but you know further. I thought it was further than Norfolk.
That manager at the one he's at now pulled down 525.
Oh, my name is Kelly. I work at the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Radio Show. We're a consumer advocacy show.
I might order some food if you want it. Just anything you want. Anything. We just
Hey, anything. I'd go use the castle throne upstairs.
I don't even know what he's talking.
Hey, O'Malley.
What's up, Mark?
What the hell you been up to?
Oh, just crushing business. We, we branched out into Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, I saw that on your
Louisiana,
website.
man. And Louisiana.
Yeah, it's been busy.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Are you traveling down there a
Did you
lot?
guys sell your Teslas, or did you key your?
No, he's getting a new one.
I got a new one we're picking up next week, bro.
Which one?
What are you, some kind of anti-Musk?
The Model X.
I was hoping you guys would sell.
He's getting a loaded Model X.
The plaid? Are you? Oh, you.
No, not the
'cause you guys-
plaid.
Okay.
But the Model.
No, we're not.
X.
No. The mileage means more to me than the.
Mark, what's the difference?
1
in,
second
what's
difference.
the difference in mileage?
It's like 300 miles.
About 30 to a full charge. It's not huge.
Oh, okay.
Wait, 30 miles?
Yeah. The biggest thing is $14,000, and instead of 0 to 60 in 2.5, it's 0 to 60 in 3.6, and instead of 155 top end, it's 160 top end.
Hey, Mark, I want to ask you something. Is
Yeah.
that the only difference, or is there an extra motor? I mean, what? It just doesn't sound like it's worth going for. Why would anyone do that?
I don't think you would. I might do it on my new Model S, but I won't do it on that one.
But yeah,
I'll tell you what,
it
as
just
soon as
doesn't
we
sound
get it.
like what you just outlined just doesn't even sound worth it to me. Is there anything we're missing?
No, and literally those are the differences. 2.5 to 3.8, 0 to 60, and 155 to 160 top end.
That just makes no sense whatsoever that they would make such a price
See,
difference.
here's what they did on the Model S, though. The Model S is 2.9 down to 1.9, 0 to 60, but top end is 130 versus 200 miles per hour, and they did it all by computer.
Bro, did I tell you, have you seen the what is it, the E-Corvette, the E-Ray, the E-Ray? Yeah, it's a hybrid. 8-cylinder gas engine and an electric engine. The electric one, the electric motor, they use from 0 to whatever, and then the high end, then it morphs into the gas.
Yeah.
So it'll beat the shit out of anything.
That's incredible.
Well, maybe not a plaid, but
Hey, Mark, have you taken that on a long trip yet, or just around town?
he hasn't had his X yet.
No, we've taken the S on plenty of long trips.
Okay.
And they gotten stranded plenty of times.
So they set, no one understands this. They set it up, long as you're on main highways. They set, like if we went from here to Las Vegas, we would probably end up stopping and charging 5 or 6 times. No, probably like 7 or 8 times that distance. But each stop would only be for under 10 minutes.
Okay.
Are you going to get your camera up or not?
Man, our house is a shambles, dude. My office has furniture in it.
It might be fun.
We just got the floors done. We've got new furniture that got delivered, and the old furniture sitting just everywhere in the hallway, in the office, everywhere.
Okay. How are the dogs? How are the animals loving it?
They did not. They were out of their minds for about a week, but they're good now. Our new neighbor's moved in. He's a pilot for United.
Oh, yeah, cool.
He was like, hey, I saw a helicopter hovering over your house the other day. Do you know who that was? I said there's black helicopters all the time out here, man.
Why's it got to be about black helicopters? Hey, Mark, I sent you the audio back.
Man,
Did you fix it? I'll be the judge.
I sent
It was
you
a perfect
the
day
audio
to
back.
land
You
there,
listen.
too. I go out and visit Mark. I drop
Why
in
was it
either
so
way.
funky?
What do you mean funky?
Something's wrong there. His recording was funky.
Well, of course it is.
But you fixed it.
Yep.
And I didn't touch anything.
Secret about home loans. There's always a middle.
Tom, it's crazy how often yours are overmodulated. You know that.
You know what? Kiss my ass.
I knew he was going to
Well,
say
if that would fix your
You know,
inability to
I'm not.
record a spot, I
pick
would
one.
kiss it all
Pick-
day.
No. What? Put your money where your mouth is. Pick one right now that's overmodulated. Pick one.
Oh, Mark, what do we have to have him re-record the last time?
Yeah, that one, that was a
through it.
mistake.
Maybe.
That I did. I
Honestly,
remember that
there's
one.
so many, Shannon. I wouldn't even know where to
that
start.
happens. Hey,
You know
I
what?
make mistakes too. Second wife.
Now we got the
All right.
the amateurs.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great. Award-winning, Tom.
Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help. Common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
I'm Tom Martino, and I welcome you to the show. We are here. My main focus for the last 45 years, total of 50, but 45 in Denver, has been to solve problems and answer questions, take complaints, and truly to make life easier. Look, this show does not get into politics. It gets into issues, which turns into like a political thing when it comes to personal finance and what I call our personal economy. And I do have some news on that front coming up. We also have Mike O'Malley from Petrolli Roofing in Colorado Springs, and they're rapidly expanding, of course. And my number one question right now, Michael, we haven't had, the storms of last year. Are you still cleaning up on those suckers?
Yeah, we're still finding all kinds of damage that people just didn't report. And now as people are...
They only have a year to put that in from the date of the event.
So it depends on if their contract has a date of disclosure or a date of discovery.
What do you mean by that? So some contracts for insurance read you must do it within a year of discovery?
Yep. So either the time of discovery or the time of damage, the date of the last storm. And so it really depends on how their contract reads. But, as people start selling their houses again, the roof is the main holdup. And so people should be getting their roofs inspected so that it doesn't hold up these real estate transactions.
That's a good point, because if you know you're selling, you know damn well they're going to find out if the roof's defective or not.
Absolutely.
But why should they do it? Maybe do a roof allowance, except Frank Duran, the real estate man, says allowances are unattractive to people. They'd rather see it done.
Just have it done. Yeah, no one wants to come in and have that big project right away.
Petrolli Roofing, by the way, Petrolli, Petrali, PetrolliRoofing.com. They're in the Springs, and they come up as far as where?
We go all through Denver.
Yeah. Oh, you do now?
Absolutely.
My God.
Yeah, just to compete with Jay over at
Yeah, right.
we
They're both great roofers, and Petrolli's been around a long time. What's Mr. Petrolli doing now?
He's retired out in Missouri, enjoying his grandkids, living by a lake.
Are you the main man?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have any roofing questions, I only have one text on roofing I'll get to later, because I want to go back to Amy. Amy, again, we're kind of waiting on one other thing, that thing that you sent us. Did we get it, Kachina? Did we get it? Somebody?
Did we get... Well, no, I actually attempted to call the dealer.
Oh,
on the
I know
break.
that part. Okay, sorry about that. I was talking about, Amy, the bumper disclosure you said. I don't know what bumper is. It's some kind of a Carfax wannabe.
I sent you everything I have. So you should have multiple emails.
See if she has
you actually
Kelly,
have a
the bumper report.
You actually have a bumper car history report. Is that right?
Yes.
Did we get that, Mark?
Yes.
Did you look through the paperwork? Did we get that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Hold on. It says no accidents found, no previous lease records, no recalls, no theft, one title record, one title brand found. It does say one title brand found.
What does that mean, title?
Let me see where that would be.
What time? And by the way, just so people know, I got to make this very clear. It had hail damage. There is a...
I think the title brand is probably the hail damage.
And that's what I want to say. When it comes to
now,
hail...
here's what it says. Listen to this, man.
Go ahead.
Listen to this. It does say, and what is NMVTIS? That's the source. I don't know. National Motor Vehicle something.
What does it say?
Junk and Salvaged, Copart Inc., Dallas, Texas. Now, this was done on 10/1. I want to look at the Carfax. Let me pull that up again and see the last date on this Carfax. Maybe the Carfax wasn't updated. The last thing on Carfax
could have been the Carfax was Go ahead.
Nope, it wasn't. Listen to this. The last thing on Carfax. Hold on. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll just
damn,
use
this
some
thing's
music.
got a long Carfax.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, no
dun,
kidding.
dun, dun,
226.25.
So what's that mean to you? Just sum that up, Mark. So Carfax, it was
Well,
up.
so on 11/19, the hail damage was reported. So it looks like it probably was
on the Carfax.
Man, it's so weird. On the Carfax, but Carfax also says that there's no branded title. It's very confusing, honestly.
Okay, let me explain something. And this could be what I was going to say this before. Here's what it is. There are actually two kinds of salvage now. One is a salvage that's not taken off the road, and that's the one that has to do with hail. They salvage the car because it is a total wreck, but it's not literally like a salvage you think about, like a car that's that's been really badly damaged. Compass Insurance told us that buying cars that have had heavy hail damage like that, it's not considered salvage. Now, of course, the value is diminished by that, and you won't ever get another hail claim or any kind of comprehensive claim on that car. But it is not the same as a salvage. So you have the true salvage from being wrecked, and then you have another kind of salvage for hail damage. But I am not sure they make a difference in the actual branding of the title. I doubt it says, S
Yeah, but
salvage.
the real question is, do you have to disclose that? I mean, that's the real question. Is that supposed to be
I'm going to
disclosed?
put Deputy D on this. I want him to call Copart and find out what the status of the vehicle
Or the
was.
dealer board.
No. I mean, let's first investigate to see if they did anything wrong. Hold on. Go ahead, sir.
Carfax has a whole page to explain what a branded title is.
What does it say?
Number 6 is hail damage title brand.
Mm-hmm.
They do precede this by explaining that a branded title is not the same as a salvage title.
Okay, so that could be that could be what the hail damage is. Then it's branded.
Yeah. And so it says that in many states...
Good point.
Thank you. Many states issue a title brand for hail damage. That's what it says. So wherever that car came from...
But guys, you guys are kind of missing it. The bottom line is this other one doesn't say anything about branded or hail damage. It literally says that it has... I'm going back to
Go
it.
ahead. What's the term?
Junk and salvage. That's what it says.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
2 salvage records reported, both on 10/1/2024, and they say type junk and salvage.
And those
Copart.
2 were not reported on Carfax.
Well, on 11-something on Carfax was the hail report, not on 10/1. But, I mean, it might have taken that period of time.
Okay. So let's just wait.
Here's what we need to do.
We're going to have Deputy
Honestly,
D
what
look
does
into
her
it.
title say? Does she have a new title?
No, she hasn't applied for it yet.
She hasn't applied for it.
That'll be curious. That'll be the answer if it's branded or not. If she
Right.
gets a
Why
new
don't we do
title
this?
and it's branded.
Let's have Dimitri do this thing.
Yeah. Mark, if you could email me all of that paperwork, including the Carfax, I'll gather it all together here and then I'll call Copart and see if they can explain.
And Amy,
Awesome.
Deputy D will be working with you. So you can expect a call from who we call Deputy D. It's Dimitri. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255.
I know we sound,
Go ahead, Mark.
For people listening, I know we sound like we're talking over each other a lot, but Tom's got a 2-second delay in his head.
I know. It sucks, man. Anyway, we do have a little bit of a delay, which makes it awkward sometimes. 303-713-8255. Mike O'Malley, I do have this quick text, though, on roofing. They said that they have an ACV policy. That means actual cash value. What they want to know is who comes up with the actual cash value.
So the insurance adjusters will come out and they'll price it based on the last time that your roof was installed, and then they depreciate it.
Wait a minute. So if you had your roof just 10 years ago,
yeah,
and you paid $20,000,
right?
They take that 20, not today's price, and depreciate from today's price. They depreciate from what you paid, so you could get next to nothing for that.
Well, you're going to get next to nothing, but it is based on today's prices. So what they would pay out if they were going to replace it fully, then they depreciate it based on the time. So
I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255. Thank you for that pregnant pause. It was needed.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy. Like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 20% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Have you called my partners yet at American Financing? Listen, I don't take this lightly, but this is an unprecedented time where a lot of people, they'll start working, making money, right? They have their high interest debt because during these inflationary times, they've used credit cards when they didn't have enough to make it. Now, that's not a great practice, but if you've accumulated high interest debt, please call my friends today just for a consultation, free of charge with no obligation, about a home equity loan or a refi and what it will do for you. Get rid of high interest debt. Then once you get it done, you can take some breathing room and make some extra payments on the principal here and there to get rid of some of that credit card stuff first and then leave the home loan there. Whatever it is you do, call American Financing. Again, I partnered with them because it's truly important. 303-695-7000. No upfront fees. In fact, they have one loan that goes just off your bank statement. Call them for details, please. 303-695-7000 or go to their website, americanfinancing.net. Shannon? Okay.
NMLS 182334.
Thank you. Did you do Genesis
yeah, thank you.
or no?
I appreciate that. Thank you. Genesis
okay,
total. Genesis.
Oh, you still need to do it. Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
Part of your own home.
Am I on the air or not? Just tell me where I am right now.
You are not on the air.
Okay.
You should probably finish the break with the Amfin, but
okay,
whatever.
that's what I'm going to do from now on. Thank you for telling me that.
I was potentially going to take
Appreciate
or another line of work.
She Health. I've lost 60 pounds. I'm just.
But
I could arrange that for you today.
Yeah, that'd be nice. 30 away Genesis.
JoinMochi.com. That's joinmochi.com. Take our free quiz today and use the code 2025radio to get $40 off your first month. Begin your journey with Mochi Health at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com.
Real patients were compensated to share their experiences. Results may vary. Eligible GLP-1 patients typically lose 1 to 2 pounds per week in their first 6 months with Mochi when combined with a healthy lifestyle.
Check out joinmochi.com.
You know, I have a thing about abbreviations. Genesis Total Exteriors, GTE, or it could spell, if you scramble it, GET GTE, Genesis Total Exteriors. All kidding aside, I've known Mark Szymanski for many, many years, Mark and Madeline, and they own this company, and we're in an area where trust is usually not earned. Genesis Total Exteriors have done the construction business flawlessly as far as their intent and their results. They have roofing, siding, windows, doors, painting, decks, outbuildings, fencing, they do baths, kitchens, finished basements, mold detection and remediation. Listen, call them, call them first, okay? Genesis, and find out what they can do for you, especially now with these projects coming up for the season. That's GTE at GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509.
This is.
Thank you.
So from now on, I will end.
For you.
I will end breaks for you, unless you could remember to just do it. And I'll wait till it's over.
You got it. Or here's an abbreviation for you: DNR.
DNR. Okay, I got one for you. DOA.
DIC. Oh, for God's sakes.
So this bumper thing is just like fax, Carfax. Stop overpaying, it says.
Oh, is that a different company?
Yeah, bumper.com is a whole site just like Carfax.
There was some deal where Carfax was making fun of J.D. Vance on social media, and we were a little worried about their political stance.
I want to ask you something, bro.
Yeah.
Is there a way, really, any way in the world, other than spooling a wire straight from here to iHeart, to cut down on this delay?
No, I mean, you know, it's so funny, as you well know, and I'm not being a smartass about this, that the technology's gotten worse so we could save money. You know how fantastic ISDN was, but it was at least $100 a month, right? If not more.
Right. But there was no delay, was there?
No,
but first of all, that delay has nothing to do with technology. That's literally in Tom's head.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
In fact,
it's the same way when we're out to dinner.
In fact, Mark says that this whole setup in my basement was done just to appease me, to make it look like I'm going on the air.
He thinks he's still doing a show every day.
He says,
Mark, is
he
Dimitri,
says really
is
this home,
Dr. Dimitri,
this home, he says, is more or less a facade for the
a home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dimitri is actually his nurse, and
Yeah.
Dr. O'Malley stopped by to see how you were doing
And
today.
he pretends to be a guest.
Now you know why O'Malley's wearing rubber gloves.
Oh, yeah. And he asked me to bend over when he said hi.
All untrue.
That did bother me a little at my proctologist when I went and he lit a candle.
And he had both hands on your shoulders.
I asked for a second opinion, so he used two fingers.
Oh, God. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget the Castle Rock Home Show this weekend. Really, go get your tickets. They're free, and free parking, plenty of parking, Douglas County Fairgrounds. They're going to have more than 400 booths, and they have 2 giant buildings, so no matter what the weather is, you can have the home show. You know what I love about a home show? I love that you can walk around in one area and get, if you're going to do any remodeling, you're going to buy a house or anything, everything's there. That's what I love about it. Even if you don't buy at the home show, you can see everything they have to offer, even if you go to someone else. I mean, it doesn't mean if you stop at a booth and see something you like, you got to use that vendor. Now, I'm not suggesting you don't use them, but I'm saying it's just a one-stop shop. I know I'm going to be there. They're such fun. Castle Rock Home Show this weekend, 11th through the 13th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's going to be great. Douglas County Fairgrounds. Go to CastleRockHomeShow.com. Get your tickets. CastleRockHomeShow.com. Mark, we ought to meet because do you like home shows like I do? I mean, I love browsing what's out there and what's new, especially you guys are going through major remodeling right now. You think you might stop by?
Yeah, but we're almost done, thank God. But yes, I do like home shows.
I love them. I really do love them. So, okay, back to the phones. Mac, what's going on with you, Mac?
Hey, Tom. I just wanted to reach out. A few days ago, I was listening to a phone call on your show about Mile High Honda and what an exceptional service they were doing for one of their new customers.
Yes.
I just bought a used Pilot, and about 3 weeks after I bought it, I realized that the tires were mismatched.
Huh.
And got with the sales manager. They came 2 days ago, dropped off a loaner at my house, and are replacing the tires and have gone above and beyond to make it right. So another kudos to Mile High Honda.
That's
Just
pretty
wanted to pass
dang
that out
cool,
there.
man. No, that's really cool. And that's, because so many of these dealers would have just said, forget that, forget that. Tell me about the Pilot. I'm interested in how you settled on the Pilot.
Yeah, so Tom, I had called probably a month ago about dash cams and telling everybody they should get one. They're great. They're V6. There's no stinky turbo that you have to deal with. It's 7-passenger, and the reliability is great. All you got to do is make sure you do the timing belt.
How really?
And,
okay. How many miles how many miles on yours?
The one we just bought is a 2022 it's got 32,000 miles on it.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty low mileage. That is good.
Yeah, it's great experience at that dealership. So just wanted to pass
Well,
it
thank
along
you.
if somebody's looking for a used Honda to check out Mile High.
We love hearing real life experience. Thank you very much. 303-713-8255. So, Michael, when do we start worrying about hail? And when do we start worrying about roofs? And we always talk about hail.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, wind can be a problem. Does wind ever cause a problem?
Oh, we get some. I mean, you've seen some of the windstorms that come through, and they'll rip up some of these old roofs because in Colorado you start losing the adhesion, the tar strips that tack the shingles together, and so these older roofs they'll just start ripping shingles off.
So when you do an inspection, let's face it, this state is different than most because we never look at roofing as a purchase ever.
Yeah, it's true.
Ever. Now I'm not saying ever. What I mean is as a market.
Yeah.
People assume they're going to get their roof someday replaced and it's going to be by insurance.
Yeah.
The idea of actually having to buy a roof puts people through the roof.
Yeah.
And it's happening, you said, a lot with real estate.
Yeah.
For example, the home inspector says the roof isn't good, or the roof is good, or the roof is this, or the roof is that. First of all, you suggest you guys will go out and do it. Do you charge for that inspection?
No, it's a free
inspection. So Petrali. So if I'm buying a house, and I want to know about the roof, why would I let a home inspector? Let the home inspector do the other stuff.
Absolutely.
I call you out, and then what happens when you find the roof simply needs replacement? I mean, what happens?
Yes.
I mean, have you ever do you do retail jobs?
Oh yeah, like you said, the market is quickly shifting to a retail market.
It is.
People's deductibles on their insurance policies are going to 2 to 5%, and with home values going through the roof, 5% on a $500,000 house, it quickly prices you out of the.
So in other words, you are buying your roof.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you offer to people that are cash? Let's just call them cash buyers, retail buyers. Can you offer them something special?
Yeah, so we definitely offer specials to people that are near
veterans,
our house, veterans,
first responders,
people that are on fixed incomes, like those things. In fact, we just got our nonprofit up and running called Hearts and Hammers, where
Hearts and Hammers.
And we
love
do
that.
grants for specifically people that are on fixed income, people that have been taken.
So wait a minute.
Yep.
You mean to tell me you have a charity,
Yeah.
and you help fund that?
Yeah.
And then when someone needs a roof and can't afford it,
Yeah, that's where we come
if
in.
they meet the criteria,
Yeah.
you can actually help them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been so many people that have been taken advantage of by contractors, or insurance has canceled them, or they just got into a tight situation and they can't afford the roof. That we saw a need and we decided that this would be the best avenue to help.
All right, so how does someone, when they're going to get a roof, how do they qualify for this grant? If they're, I want you to know, they're not doing free roofs. They just can't afford it. No one can do that. But they do have special cases. And what I'm trying to find out is, what are those special cases?
Yeah, so
how would someone qualify?
Yeah, in fact, we're opening up our next Hearts and Hammers giveaway right now, which they could go to our website and they'll see a banner.
Okay, and I want to talk about that because they can get a car.
No, this is a free roof.
Wait a minute. So how does that work then?
Yeah, so last year we did 4 free roofs through Hearts and Hammers.
4 free roofs.
So people nominate somebody. They can nominate themselves.
Can they nominate? So they nominate someone in need.
Yep.
Okay, even themselves.
Yep.
And then what? Heartsandhammers.com?
Nope, just go to petraliroofing.com.
Oh, okay.
And you'll see that banner that gives you the nomination.
Petraliroofing.com, and then you click on the banner in order to nominate yourself or someone.
Or someone else.
Then what?
And then we get all of the applications in, and as a team, our employees, we all rate these and then vote, and then we pick 4 winners out. We did 4 winners last year. I think all told, we've done 15 or so.
Wow.
Yeah.
No fooling.
Yeah, like Tom, they're
totally free.
Totally free. Yep.
Just for nominating.
Just because there's need, and there, like one lady. She inherited the house. She moved in. The roof was destroyed. She had a series of tarps that were directing water to a bathtub. And,
oh my God!
It was just a rough place. There was another lady. She was taking care of her mentally handicapped son. She was on a fixed budget. A contractor had taken advantage of her, and so we stepped in and we said, "Look, let's just take care of you."
All right. To find out more about nominating someone for a free roof, and that's throughout the Denver metro too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now here's the number 7. So that's from Pueblo To what, Fort Collins?
Yeah, we'll go up to Fort Collins.
No, I mean, I'm just curious. Okay, so here's the number, 719-375-8773. Now, don't nominate people there. That's if you need a roof or you want a free roof inspection, right? Is that the right number?
Yeah.
Free roof inspection, 719-375-8773. Now, to nominate and to find out more about Hearts and Hammers, you go to petraliroofing.com, Petrali, Pet Raleigh, petraliroofing.com. Let's go back to the phones. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We'll hear from you and your problems coming up. Now, Genesis Total Exteriors, I said I've known them for years, and they're great people. And I want you to know they do painting as well. So many people need painting, don't know where to go. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
Very nice.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz Podcast.
Yeah, not too bad on the drive now southbound 25 coming into downtown.
And Dimitri, I'm going to be doing your follow-up this
20th.
hour.
It's a little sluggish. It looks like the lanes are open through there now, but I am seeing some jamming from Broadway north pushing up just past 6th Avenue. 6th Avenue eastbound, southbound 25, that ramp's backed up. That's going to take extra time making the merge, although south I-25 looks pretty good heading down to the tech center. Got a little bit of traffic out of Commerce City on 270, but no big delays. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
I'm Ben Ferguson. And I'm Ted Cruz. Tariffs everywhere. What does it mean? What will it do to the U.S. economy? Will it drive inflation? Will it bring jobs back to the U.S.? How will it affect the midterms?
We break it all down, so download Verdict with Ted Cruz wherever you get your podcasts.
Sheridan Auto Tech. They were just on the show today. Kevin Calkin, Uncle Kevin, I call him affectionately. You know, here's the deal. He was on with Amy, who has bought a car, and it's a piece of garbage, okay? She could have avoided that. She really could have with a pre-buy inspection. You see, Sheridan Auto Tech will do a used car checkout for $120. They spend a couple hours and they go through the entire car. You know what? You can never have better insurance than a pre-buy checkup. They can also do regular maintenance and repairs. Honesty is their hallmark. Integrity, longevity, value, everything you want in an auto repair facility on Wadsworth West, on Colfax west of Wadsworth, just west, 303-455-7242. 455-7242, SheridanAutotech.com. The Art of Granite gives you prices on the phone. That's because Mitch Fleury and his team are proud of the deals they have. And you have a number of incentives as well, like free backsplash or edge treatment or free sink or free vanity in the bathroom. Depending on the deal you make, you can even get 15 to 25% off labor. I want you to check out The Art of Granite. They'll talk to you on the phone about these specials and about pricing. You don't need someone to come out to your home and waste a half a day. TheArtofGranite.com. Get your price today. Any man-made material or natural stone, 303-386-5919. 386-5919.
Thank you. The Dow is up 6% now.
Oh, nice. I haven't looked at it all day.
And
I got pretty immune to looking at it. I'm taking a look right now. I'm glad you said that. Did China change something?
We upped our rent on China to 125, but he is issuing. Now, you know how the fake story blew up the market the other day. Trump is actually issuing a 90-day pause on some other tariffs and negotiating with the few countries that have come forward.
Nice. Look at that. China tariffs to 125.
Hopsing, no likey. Hey, Tom, speaking of used pilots, did you see the text I sent you?
Oh, shut up.
Hey,
There was also a blurb that Ford is moving 4 plants from China back to the U.S.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what the tariffs are supposed to do.
Well, I'm boycotting ramen until we figure this out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the biggest thing I'll miss from China.
Maybe your cleaning lady?
That's harsh.
Ouch.
Yeah.
It's not like there's any Chinese cars. Taiwan is going to be sending us chips. They're in a horrible bargaining place. I mean, they sell more goods here than they do anywhere in the world.
The only difference is they can afford to burn through people. Although, their birth rate is plummeting.
I'm just glad finally Apple's going to be making phones where 7 kids don't die for every phone.
There should be an app that keeps track of that.
There goes another one.
They don't have to waterboard people. All I have to do is give them chemotherapy. Oh, you son of a bitch. The used pilot. I get it. Look what he sent.
Thank you.
That took him. That's that delay we were talking about.
Look at those forearms.
It's really something.
Of course, they're not like that now, but.
No.
And man, when I told Shannon, treat me like you always have, he went one step further and treat me worse than he used to.
I was going to say, seems like he's ramped
well,
up.
I want you to.
He's ramping up the attacks, and you know what? Here's why. You want to know the truth? I don't think anyone's listening right now. Here's the deal. Shannon's going to do all this. I sue his ass, and I throw iHeart into it because of him, because he's an employee of iHeart. So then I give him a little kickback.
Because that's where the money's at.
Yeah, so I give him a little kickback. Well, no, Shannon, I'm gonna repossess his lean-to and his duffel bag. I won't repossess his grocery cart.
Yeah.
No, Shannon's biggest asset is his gift cards to Golden Corral.
Okay,
Too bad they don't have a loyalty credit card.
Well, they do have a loyalty program, and I get a point every dollar I spend, even if it's one of your dollars.
How often do you go there?
So how much is a full buffet?
At least once a week, sometimes twice a week.
How many points to get a freebie?
A freebie, maybe 25. So if I spend $200, it's a free, or thereabouts. Like
That's not bad.
$150 gets me a free dinner.
How do you get a T-shirt that says "I just ate it to Golden Corral"?
Well, they only come in 5X.
And is Golden Corral one price? 303-713-TALK.
Here you go. You're up.
303 Martino, 303-627-8466. Deputy Dimitri has a follow-up, and we'll get to him right now. Okay, so Deputy D, this has to do with Shelley and impounded RV. Can you refresh me? When did that call come in? I'm trying to find it. Or did Mark take it?
No,
I took it, bro.
Okay,
so it was
Mark.
April 3rd.
Okay, tell me the problem.
So Shelley called in. She was living in a dilapidated RV that got towed away by the Denver police.
Well, I remember Mark going off on this one. Yeah.
And it went to the impound yard. Shelley told us that she only got 15 minutes to...
I thought they let people do almost anything. Are they cracking down on these abandoned vehicles and stuff now?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the first call like this that I worked, so they are.
So she was living in it, and they took it away.
Yeah, they.
Was she out and about somewhere or what?
I think she was there at the time it was towed, but as you know, they're not going to tow a vehicle with an occupant in it.
So what happened?
So she went over to the Denver impound yard to get her stuff, and she said that she wasn't given enough time to get all of her stuff out of there. So she called us for help and trying to get access to that RV one more time. So, in a similar call like...
Where was the RV set up that it was towed away?
She didn't tell us where, but it was obviously
somewhere. What kind of an RV was it? Like a motorized one, or
like a 1994 RV.
Van?
Well, I saw the title. It doesn't really say what. It just says make, model, and year. So I have no idea what.
Okay, so it was a really old one. Did she even have any concern about getting the vehicle back itself?
She doesn't want it back.
Okay, she just wanted her stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are we talking about?
Her personal property. I didn't really ask her what her.
So did she get her stuff?
Well, not yet, because I've been working for the past couple of days. I've been working with a contact that we developed a few months ago as a result of a similar call. within the sheriff's office. And this lady has been really great to work with. She takes
Now, I don't mean to interrupt, but it's really important to know that people have rights when it comes to that personal property.
Yeah, that was never in question. So
Okay.
she wasn't denied access to it. She just claimed that she wasn't given enough time.
Okay. Meaning what? Not given enough time? Meaning they did away with it or destroyed it or something?
No, it only went in a few days ago. So it's still a few
What does
weeks
this mean she wasn't given enough time?
Enough time within the RV to get her stuff out.
Oh, they let her have access, but not the time she needed.
Yeah, she said that Deputy Shelley over there gave her 15 minutes. And and by the way, 15 minutes is the standard time frame that they give you to get in, get your stuff, and get out. However, the sheriff's office contact that we have investigated this over the past couple of days, and she said that according to the sheriff's office records, Shelley actually showed up with an RV and another person. I mean, she showed up with a U-Haul truck and a second person, and she spent an hour in that RV rummaging through her stuff.
When she claimed it was 15 minutes.
Yeah. So according to the sheriff's office, they had already really flexed the rules by giving her extra time and by allowing a second person in there, which is against their own rules.
She was there for more than an hour. Did you point this out? Did you say, Shelley, you told us 15 minutes and they have a record showing it was more than an hour?
No, instead of rubbing her nose in it, I said that, look, Shelley, here are the rules. The sheriff's office is going to give you one more chance to come in, get your stuff. They're going to give you 15 minutes. And it's got to be just you, not anybody.
What kind of stuff does she have that would take more than an hour in a U-Haul van?
Well, I didn't get into that because that was outside the scope.
It's her home.
Yeah, it's her home. And it's kind of like outside the scope of what I needed to do, which is to see if I can get the sheriff's office to get her one more chance to get some of her stuff out. So we went over the rules after the sheriff's office explained them to me very clearly. And Shelley did agree to kind of, prior to showing up over there, in her mind, kind of go over her plan. What is she going to grab? And where is this stuff? And how is she going to get it out of the RV? Instead of going in to kind of look around and rummage around and then make up her mind, because she's going to use up her 15 minutes.
I can't even imagine. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So the sheriff's office, our contact, who's a very nice lady, she takes these requests extremely seriously.
Good.
She actually consults with the sheriff himself. And she said, hey, look, if Shelley shows up again, we'll give her and we'll let her in one more time.
And who is this woman particularly? Is she with the sheriff's department?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, she's in the media.
Got it. And she's being very helpful.
Yeah,
Tom,
it's the last time.
All right, Mark.
You said something that it just dawned on me. If we were in our bus for 2-month trip, we could take everything out of that, every single thing out of that, in probably 45 minutes without blinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
wondering.
I have no idea why it's
That's
taking
what
her
I'm
so
wondering.
long.
Unless she's a hoarder and she has to go through stuff.
Well,
that could be paralyzing.
But yeah, if you look at the situation that this lady finds herself in, which is being homeless and living in an RV, so she's probably doesn't have the wherewithal that Mark and Tom and hopefully I would have in getting my stuff out of the RV. So she's probably kind of challenged in more ways than one.
You see, we help in all kinds of ways on this show. That's what I love, truly. I mean, but where's she going to live now? Did she say?
No.
All right. People. So we help we try to help in every case. Sometimes we can't help. Like if you can't go number 2 anymore, we just can't help. That's an inside joke. If you listen to the show, we had a guy call, and he's what we call a chronic caller, not a crank caller, but a chronic caller. And his name's Drew, and he said that the pharmacist did not warn him of this particular drug he was taking, and this particular drug impeded his ability to have a bowel movement, and he was dying from it, he said. Now, Shannon, do you need me to telegraph a cue or what? I mean...
Yeah, I can't go number 2 anymore.
And that's what he said on the show right there. So that could be a big problem. We never got a resolution to that one. Did we ever find out what happened? What did he want us to do? He wanted us to call the owner of that drugstore chain and tell him...
Yep.
and tell him, go ahead, Shannon, what did he want us to tell him? And
I can't go number 2 anymore.
And he thought that the owner of the drugstore chain would make a payment to him. Anyway, I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. More right after this.
That's not me calling you.
No, that's me.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz Podcast.
Yeah, not too bad on the drive now southbound 25. Coming into downtown, we've had some construction work near 20th. It's a little sluggish. It looks like the lanes are open through there now, but I am seeing some jamming from Broadway north, pushing up just past 6th Avenue. 6th Avenue eastbound to southbound 25, that ramp's backed up. That's going to take extra time making the merge, although South I-25 looks pretty good heading down to the Tech Center. Got a little bit of traffic out of Commerce City on 270, but no big delays. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
I'm Ben Ferguson.
And I'm Ted Cruz. Tariffs everywhere. What does it mean? What will it do to the U.S. economy? Will it drive inflation? Will it bring jobs back to the U.S.? How will it affect the midterms?
We break it all down, so download Verdict with Ted Cruz wherever you get your podcasts.
You know, we talk a lot about real estate on this show, and we always refer people to O'Brien Legal Services, whether it's documents to review, financing arrangements, maybe it's a private deal where you have a partner, or maybe you're a landlord. You want to know how to navigate these waters when it comes to evictions and, just causes and all the new responsibilities you have. So I recommend Brad O'Brien and his team at O'Brien Legal Services, olslaw.com, 720-370-7388, 720-370-7388. Solar's a big topic around, and it still should be because it saves people money. There's no doubt about it when you get a solar system that works. But what you want is someone who doesn't just sell it to you and then disappear. You want someone who installs it and services it. And all of that can be done at Red Rocks Roof and Solar. RedRocksRS.com. The only people we recommend for solar because they do it the right way. They know the ins and outs of the entire industry, especially if you're a commercial operation. They can help you with a REAP grant if you qualify to get it 100% paid for. They can also help you set up solar farms if you have some extra room where you make positive cash flow of up to $50,000 a year. Find out more, 303-704-2449. RedRocksRS.com.
Thank you.
Somebody keeps
Very
calling
nice.
me on my Google thing here, and I
Google?
I want to text.
Got to block him. It's not me.
I know. I just got to text him.
Tom Martino Show. Tom Martino Show.
Nope.
Tom Martino Show. Yeah.
Good morning. Troubleshooter Show. Do you want to talk to Tom again? Don't run off. Hang on.
I forwarded your email on to our CenturyLink Angel. It usually will probably take a little bit of a couple days. So just be patient with me. Okay? Yeah, with the people who we approach to work on these types of things, there's really no time frame because they already have their other jobs and they kind of volunteer for these positions. So sometimes they can take about a week or so. So we just ask that you be patient with us and maybe check in when you get back.
Kelly, is that one of my cases?
No problem.
The landline, probably? CenturyLink Sitch?
Oh, no, that's not one of mine.
I hope it's not
Martino
mine.
Show.
Hi, Dimitri.
Hey, Bo.
Just realized.
Hey, Bo.
I just realized my microphone's been off for 2 hours. Yeah.
So are you
Hey,
doing?
Tom.
Yeah.
You know, when it gets quiet like this, one thing I thought was a great thing you did. Remember when you used to give people 30 seconds
Yes.
to rant on anything they wanted?
Yes.
You want to bring back that feature.
That's a good
And not only
idea.
does it generate listeners, but it also generates a lot of
That's a good idea.
comments back and forth.
That's a good
It was
idea.
it was a great segment.
That was
Love
a long
you.
time ago.
Yep,
That
I
was-
love it.
I
And
love
then I
that
also used to do
part of
Why
it.
Am I Special?
Yeah, that wasn't so cool.
Shut up.
And your screaming deals, remember those, Tom, back in the day?
yeah.
You'd
I
have
love
companies
screaming.
call. I think I was listening to that when I was in a trade. Is Mark still here, or is he gone?
I don't know.
Major Mark Major.
They
Major Mark
got a lot
Major.
of crap going on at their house.
Yeah, a lot of. There sounds like a lot of sawdust blowing around.
All right, here we go.
Free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. The official Castle Rock Home Show this weekend. Free tickets, free open parking, Douglas County Fairgrounds. 400, more than 400 vendors in 2 giant buildings. It's really going to be fun, but it's also cool to be in one spot and be able to compare stuff. You can say, wait, look at that floor covering over there. And then you go down the aisle and look at another one, or you go across the room. I love it. I love it. Castle Rock Home Show this weekend. Douglas County Fairgrounds. Go to this website. Get your tickets free. CastleRockHomeShow.com. Now, they're limiting those tickets, so get on there. CastleRockHomeShow.com. They're all free. CastleRockHomeShow.com. All right. Now, we have been taking calls, questions, complaints about all kinds of stuff. And Deputy D has a follow-up I saw. Well, we did that follow-up.
Oh, with the RV and the sheriff's office?
So basically, the end result is she gets another chance, period. That's it.
Yeah, but she's got to do it the right way. She's got to, she can't use foul language. She can't rummage around for an hour. And she's got to be there in and out in 15 minutes. So she has to have a plan. We'll see if it works out.
Okay, so here's something that I think that I found shocking. What do you think in the U.S. the income is needed to own a cheap home for home ownership? The minimum for home ownership. What do you think? What do you think the income is? Mike O'Malley with Petrali. You want to make? Yeah. If you take the U.S. in general and you take the average income needed for, not the average. Well, it's called the income needed, the minimum income needed to own the average home. Mark, take a stab at it. What do you think?
110.
Oh, boy. What do you think, Mike?
I would have said 65.
Get close to that, Mike. Dimitri, you want to take a guess? So Mike O'Malley says about 65 grand. With 65 grand, you can almost buy a car. Hey, Dimitri, what do you think?
What was the question? I was working on a case and sending a bunch
The
of
minimum income for the average American who wants to buy an average house in America. Now, this is not Colorado.
Oh, I think Michael is correct. I'm with him on that. It seems like it doesn't take much income to qualify for a mortgage.
$117,000.
Get out of
Mark said 110. It says here, the most difficult thing is qualifying. And the income is $116,986 to afford a typical home, according to bank rate, which is very, very accurate. So this is their 2025 affordability study. And so that is a 50% increase since 2020, a 50% increase.
Yeah, Tom, that doesn't sound quite right. I think that.
Well, why don't
it
you
would be
talk
great
to Bank
call-
Rate, the number one surveyor in America
I got a better
for
idea.
all things financial?
Why don't we call one of the mortgage experts, or one of the mortgage experts, such as those like the American that you're doing commercials for, or I can't remember who's the gentleman who specializes in reverse.
Now remember, I want to say something.
Yeah.
American Financing.
John Clace.
American Financing is doing home equity loans. They're also doing refis. And these are people that already own the home.
Okay.
So that is a lot different when you have a current loan you're paying on and you're already in it. It's a little different. But to qualify for a home, an average couple or individual needs $117,000. Now, whether you agree with that or not, I don't
Tom,
care.
what's the median income?
It would be.
They don't list the median. They list the minimum income to qualify for an average home in America is $117,000, and that is done only. They've only done 100,000 people in the survey, so maybe they're wrong.
No, I'm not arguing about that. I'm just asking, how is the median income compared to that 169,000
okay,
that you
hold
need to buy a home?
I think they did talk about that.
Is that
Well, but listen to this. In 2020, the minimum income was only $78,200. And by the way, if anyone wants to do research on that $170, start with bankrate.com and find out the way they did it. I've been using Bankrate for years to find out credit cards and all that, but I imagine they can make a mistake from time to time. Now, what they say here is between elevated mortgage rates and the rise of home prices, the average person is being snuffed out of the home buying cycle. To afford a typical home, defined as a home at the median national price. What do you think the median national price is of a home? Again, we may want to call someone else to verify this, but what do you think it is at this point? What do you think it is?
385,000.
Meaning the equal number of homes under and over.
Yeah.
What do you think?
540.
Oh, you're so close. 418,000 for the median. Can you believe that? Now, we were having a conversation. I'm not going to say who it was with. But I was having a conversation the other day, and I swear to God, this exact wording came out in the conversation. Well, they live in this measly $600,000 house and drive this car, and they think they're all that. Somebody said that to me. A measly $600,000 house. Do you remember when, if someone lived in a $600,000 house, it was like they were the bomb?
It's a mansion.
And now they're saying they're only living in a $600,000 house and driving this kind of car, and they think they're all that. Wow. Nobody said that, by the way. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Don't forget PetroliRoofing.com and the Castle Rock Home Show this weekend. Go to CastleRockHomeShow.com.
Thanks.
Do you get these emails of what's coming in your mail? Do you know you can get those? Did you ever get them?
What email?
You subscribe to the post office, and they send you an email on what's coming that day, and photos of the envelope. How do they have time to do that? I'm going to take a little walk. So why do you think it's so hard to believe that somebody needs $117,000 because of what people say? I think our market. Yeah, Denver's. Yeah.
Back up on Highway 2.
I might get my daughter to try to get some more of those coconut crackers, Doc.
Yeah, you have to do that.
They've been out of them. I keep asking her, but I'm going to text her today. Hey, try to find some of those. It's the only cracker Doc will eat. Hey Tony, if I were you, I'd up that bid to 34,000. I think 30 is way too low because you're gonna have to figure out the repair on the swamp cooler, and we didn't get enough time to look at it.
I believe that was Brian Eno. Leave the guy alone. It's not like these bitches didn't get a movie role out of it.
Tom Martino Show.
Yeah.
All yours. Thank you. Just grab it. Yeah. Is it the same size?
Is it a USB-C or what's the end?
Is that a USB-C?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All yours. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's tough to answer emails on the phone, but
Oh, it's maddening.
it is. Yeah.
It's so difficult to type. It's.
Do you use much in the way of ChatGPT?
I don't use any of that.
No.
I have nothing against it. I just haven't needed it.
Yeah.
It seems like now when I do a Google search, it kind of defaults to some.
You
kind
doing
of
some
AI.
poker today, Doc?
Interesting. Like
No game on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
from now on, like that's the first thing that comes up, right? Is
Yeah, you're right. That's the first thing that comes up. And it just seems like it's bad for their advertisers, you know, because they get pushed further and further every time.
So the question is, how do I get involved in the suggestions from AI? Like that's what we're researching right now, right? Because when you search something, so you search something, and it's an AI or Gemini or whatever it is, Copilot is the first thing that comes up now. when you Google something, right? So how did you know the results? Yeah.
No, I do those results.
Really?
I actually tested it. I did some.
10 seconds, guys.
Without parole for those who rape young children. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I have Mike O'Malley with me from Petrolli Roofing. We're talking roofing and a bunch of other stuff. So if you have something on your mind, give us a call. One thing we did find out, and I did some research during the break, we had a woman call in about a car issue that showed up on one thing but not on another. There are many, many VIN checks you can do nowadays on a car if you're looking to buy a car and you want to know its history or its pedigree. It's important to know a pedigree of a car because it tells you where it originated and where it ended up and everything in between, along with odometer statements and stuff like that. But they're not all created equally, and I'm not sure why, but...
Yeah, Tom, so I've been going over the paperwork that Amy had sent us.
Now, Amy bought a car. She said it was salvaged, but we're having conflicting reports whether it was salvaged or not. Many times a car is salvaged, but it's really branded as a salvage, but not because of a wreck. It's because of hail damage, and that's called a branded title. But some states treat them all as junk.
Yeah. And furthermore, having dug into the paperwork that she sent, the brand on the title doesn't appear to have anything to do with hail, even though there is hail damage reported.
Really? What does the brand on the title mean?
Well, so it says not actual. So I thought, well, maybe that means not actual mileage. So I went back over her bill of sale, and there is a warning on her bill of sale that true mileage is unknown.
Oh, she said there was 141,000 or something.
Well, that's what the odometer says, but the bill of sale says, "Hey, true mileage is unknown."
Oh,
and the brand on the
everything
title
she could do wrong, she did wrong.
So, unfortunately, there is no phone number for me to call at Copart. However, I did find their media contact email address, and I sent them, polite requests for more information on this particular car. I gave them the car VIN number and the model and make and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so hopefully they'll get back to me. But in my experience, media relations people get back to us pretty quickly.
All right, so
I have another update for you.
Okay, that's good. So the bottom line is that at this point, we don't know where she stands with that car. We don't know if it's been branded or not. But the fact is this. Mark, is Mark on? Mark, are you on? I wanted to know.
Yes.
I wanted to know, did you look at her sales paperwork and you said it was kind of disclosed that there was something with the title?
Well, I saw that mileage thing like Dimitri just said, but I didn't see anything about a salvage title anywhere in that paperwork.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
So if it does turn out to be salvaged or branded, I think we can go back to the dealer and say it was not represented properly. Now, Kachina's been trying to get the dealer on. Did you actually call that number? Did they answer or what, Kachina? You said you were going to get...
They hung up on me. Yeah, they hung up on me twice.
That's a great
Well, that's
and they
different.
refused to go on.
Now, maybe we should get Dimitri to call, because I've heard him keep people from hanging up saying, wait, we just want to get your side of the story or something. I don't know how you do it, Dimitri. I'm not quoting you there, but why don't we give D the number, since he's been looking into this. And D, you didn't try calling the dealer yet, did you?
No, because Kelly has been working on that. I mean, I'll be happy to give them a call.
Just see if they'll come to just talk about it. So you didn't tell me that, Kachina. They hung up on you. They just flat out hung up on you.
Tell me the line.
All right, she's on the line. All right, so let's get that number to D, and then he can take a call. If you have any problems, give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So we've been discussing the average, not the average, the minimum income for an average house in America now is $117,000. That's a lot of money. And if you have a young couple and they want to do double incomes, but they want to have kids, that's almost an impossibility at this point. it's becoming very difficult. Now, obviously, there are isolated cases where you can have less and get a loan. And if you're already in a house and you're refining, you can get a loan. So, take note that right now rates are coming down a bit. So we may have the Fed lowering them actually because they don't want this inflation to happen or a recession. They want to try to massage those rates to keep the economy stimulated. And that's their job, is to try to control the money supply and the cost of money. And indirectly, that has a big, giant effect on the economy. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. On another note, someone said, Tom, I went to the Castle Rock Home Show once, and there wasn't near 100 booths. Are you sure there are 400? Now, I double and triple checked. There are more than 400 vendors. It's an all-time record. So if you want to see the most fabulous home show, it's this weekend. Downtown Denver, they have these home shows. There's nothing wrong with them, but parking's a pain in the ass. Safety is a pain in the ass. It's just a bad venue, in my opinion. You get out to Douglas County Fairgrounds, Castle Rock Home Show, you get on the weekend this weekend. So if you're looking for something to do, the weather's going to be nice, but it doesn't matter. They're giant indoor buildings, more than 400 vendors, free parking, free admission. Get your tickets at castlerockhomeshow.com. They have tickets, but they're free. castlerockhomeshow.com, or just show up this weekend. It's Friday. It starts at noon, okay? So it starts not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow at noon. Saturday, it starts at 10 in the morning. And Sunday, 11 in the morning. And that's castlerockhomeshow.com. Let's talk to Luis. Do we have Luis on? I see there's a caller up.
Yep, we're good.
What's going on, Luis?
Hey, Tom, a question for you is about an LLC on my name. So I used to work as a 1099 contractor for the company.
Yes.
I think I used my LLC for 3 or 4 years, and then after that I ended up having to be a W-2 employee of a company. So I no longer use that LLC.
Yes.
But I still have my business checking account open. And I was just wondering is there anything I need to do? Do I need to cancel my LLC?
Now,
business account to
Luis,
personal?
let me explain something to you. So the LLC is like a person.
Okay.
And the LLC, if it's a single member LLC, it's what's called a disregarded entity. What that means is you don't have to do a separate tax return for a one-member LLC. And I don't know if you used to do a separate tax return, but you don't have to. Did you used to report a separate tax return?
Yes, I used to, let's see, when I did, my accountant did my taxes paperwork, it used to be one for the LLC and one for personal.
Okay, that didn't have to happen. It could all be done on yours. But now that you've done it and you have reported, when was the last time your LLC filed a tax return?
I want to say probably 2020 was the last year.
And you've never gotten a letter from the IRS wondering where the tax return was?
Not that I remember.
Good. It's a disregarded entity, and most likely they realize that you did that voluntarily, and there's no need to file a tax return. Now, you can do one of two things. Luis, you can let it go dormant, and it'll fall out of good standing with the Secretary of State. When something falls out of good standing, it doesn't mean it's bad. It means that it hasn't filed a recent restatement of articles, because in the state of Colorado, they make you yearly pay $5 or $10 to restate the articles. And all that is you fill out, make sure the names are all, that everything's up to date, and then you pay the filing fee. It's a secret tax, really. But did you used to do that with your LLC? You used to fill that out every year?
I really don't remember having to do that, Tom.
Okay. Then it could be, look, no one's paying attention. But this is what you do with an LLC. With an LLC, you have a choice of leaving it dormant and not doing anything. Then let's say in the future you want to use it. You can simply go to the Secretary of State, file a restatement of your articles, which is one little short form saying everything's still accurate, and then you have the LLC again. But if you never are going to use it, you can simply dissolve it. And dissolving it simply means you file a dissolution online with the Secretary of State. But for the heck of it, and I'm not sure if, do you mind giving me the name of the LLC, the full name of it?
Sure. It is Morales Consulting LLC.
Is it MORR?
MORALES.
ALES. And it's Morales what? Consulting?
Consulting LLC.
Consulting, comma, LLC.
Yes, sir.
Okay, consulting. I'm wondering what shows up. I'm going to do it right now. So here's what it is. You did it in 2017, and then they declared you declared you delinquent. So it's delinquent, which doesn't mean anything. And your name is Luis Antonio Morales Rodriguez, and all it shows is that you have an LLC that is delinquent, meaning you haven't done any recent documents. You can leave it like that forever and nothing will ever happen. Or what you can do is dissolve it. And you would actually go on to the Secretary of State, it's Colorado SOS.gov, and you drill down and find a dissolution and simply file it. So when people look up Morales Consulting LLC, they're going to find that it's no longer in operation, but there is no reason to do it.
Okay. Now, if my business checking account still, that's how I still have it on the bank, do I need to switch that over to a personal account, do you think?
Yes, you should, because the bank's going to, well, you don't have to, okay? But you should. Because if you have checks being written on and off that, the IRS might start bugging you for a tax return. If I were you, okay, I would file either a dissolution of the LLC or simply leave it alone. I would close that bank account and open one in your own name. Are you ever going to go off on your own?
Very good.
Luis, are you ever going to go off on your own?
I really don't think so.
Okay, then go ahead and just stop using
doubt
it. But make sure you take that bank account. That can get you into some complications. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Renew Home Innovations. They have the most beautiful bathroom remodels and the most beautiful shower enclosures, walk-in showers, giant, big, rectangle, beautiful showers with, listen to what they have. They have this solid sheet porcelain, beautiful. They line your entire shower. Never need any kind of maintenance. They can also do your backsplashes, even wainscoting in a bathroom. Whatever you need, they have the most beautiful conversions. They do in 2 or 3 days. RenewHomeInnovations.com. 303-904-2000.
The following heartwarming yet informative scene is brought to you by Trust and Will.
Son, your grandpa and I used to work on this car together, and when I'm gone, I want you to have it.
Wow. Thanks, Dad.
doesn't count. What you need is a will. Luckily, Trust and Will makes it easy. Designed by attorneys, but customized by you, you can easily create a state-specific, legally valid document that actually counts. Now, let's let the engine do the talking, am I right? Start your will at trustandwill.com. Use offer code COUNT for 20% off and make it count. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. For details, see trustandwill.com.
Theartofgranite.com is going to get you granite prices on the phone, quartz prices, marble prices, any kind of countertop you want. They'll give you a price on the phone. Tell them what you have, the layout, and Mitch Fleury will be happy to quote a price. They also do cabinets. And at any given time, you can get free backsplashes or free edge treatment, possibly you can get a free bathroom when you do the kitchen. They have different incentives at different times of the year. But here is the deal. You call them on the phone, they'll give you a price and the incentive on the phone, and you can take that to the bank. Theartofgranite.com. Beautiful quartz and quartzite, or whatever you want. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919. Theartofgranite.com. All right. By now you've heard I've partnered with American Financing, and it's for a good reason. I'm trying to get my people out of high interest debt. If you have high interest debt from credit cards accumulating, you can now do an equity line of credit or a refi with American Financing with very minimum documentation. They do a bank statement loan that can help you. They do other kinds of loans. They don't charge any fees up front, so you can call and talk to them about it. You don't have to have anything in mind when you call them. They can help you come up with a solution. Here's the bottom line. Rates have dropped. Take advantage of this to get out of high interest debt. You pay off that high interest credit card debt, get a much lower payment, and then if you want to pay that down quicker, you can, but at least you have breathing room. AmericanFinancing.net, 303-695-7000. Call my friends today, 303-695-7000. Well, I didn't hear it, but okay.
Hear what?
The disclaimer. They said that if
I just played it.
Oh, thank you. I thank you. They said I should do it at the end of the break so we can do that. Thank you.
I mean, you can do it if you want, but I've got it.
No. I like Tom doing it. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, as long as it's the last spot you do live, it'll be. I've got the recorded.
Damn, it's quiet.
We'll talk about the car giveaway. Do you have any follow-ups today?
10 seconds, guys.
Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
All right, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Here's a funny text I got. Tom, the bank says I can't afford a $1,500 a month mortgage, so instead I paid $1,900 in rent. I mean, that's kind of funny, but it's not. A lot of people say, why don't they just give me the chance to see if I make my payments? But they don't do it that way. You got to pre-qualify. And speaking of which, Petrali Roofing is with us today. And Mike O'Malley, you guys are giving away a car. This is exciting. So I want to get to that, and then we'll cover other topics. Our number is 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so what's the idea of a car? Why are you guys giving away a car?
That's a great question. So one of the things that we're a Christian-based company, and
right.
We build our business around that, and so John 3:16
on helping people.
Yeah, right. And so John 3:16 says that for God so loved the world that He gave, and so we give tons. We do
right. They're free roofs, and now
we're giving away two cars: the 2024 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro.
Oh, they're giving it away, Dimitri.
Yep. And then
he loved
we're giving a 2019 BMW i8. Beautiful vehicles that if you referred someone who did business with us, or if you do business with us, you're automatically entered into the giveaway. And then we draw in at the end of May, we're going to do the drawing and we give it away. And so now people could take a cash prize. We had somebody take a cash prize instead last year. And I've been driving around that i8, and I'm kind of hoping.
It's really nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping somebody takes the cash prize instead.
It's really a nice car, isn't it? So what do they do to enter then? They're either a customer, a past customer, referred you. Yeah. Is there somewhere they can go and fill anything out?
Yeah. If you, again, go to our website, petraliroofing.com, and you can either refer a customer through there, or you can ask for a quote yourself. But, we want to
So I'm on the front page here, and it says great give back, or great big give back number 2. And it talks about the cars. Click here to learn more. That's what you click.
That's it.
And then when you click that, it says Petrali Roofing proudly presents Great Big Give Back number 2. Great Big Give Back. And then they gave away a $65,000 Ford Bronco to Jenny. And there's a picture. Man, that's a nice Bronco.
It was beautiful.
And then you gave away other kinds of, what's that car?
Oh, we gave away all kinds of other prizes. I didn't see
that kind of.
Yep. So that's the BMW i8, and then right next to it, you can see the orange and yellow is the.
Now this what is this wrapped in, this BMW?
Yeah, it's like a fighter jet style wrap, and we could either leave it on for the person or we'll have it removed. It's a
What's
beautiful
the color
white
underneath?
It's white with the blue accents.
How long do those wraps last that go over the whole entire car?
They'll last probably 5 to 7 years.
No fooling.
Yeah. Yep. And so we did it just to protect it. While we're giving it, because I hate to give away something that's damaged.
Boy, that's a beautiful car.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be able to pour back into the communities, and you could choose any roofing company, but there's some things that just distinguish us from the competitions, and this is one of them. Is we reinvest in the community.
Okay, we have Deputy Chopper on who wants to. Chopper, I'm going to do this after the break to give you more time. What was the problem? Can you just recap what the problem was?
Well, the problem was kind of the caller, but she had a car that caught fire in Pueblo.
Okay, we'll get to that. Oh, now I remember. So we'll get to that call coming up right after this. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget the Castle Rock Home Show, castlerockhomeshow.com. This weekend, free tickets, okay? You don't have to pay anything. More than 400 vendors in 2 giant buildings, free tickets, free parking, and it's wide open parking. You'd love Castle Rock, the Douglas County Fairgrounds. Go to castlerockhomeshow.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Yeah, we're still seeing some delays coming into downtown, southbound 25, just past I-70 with some road work there. And what it's doing is backing up the ramps, especially westbound 70 into the mousetrap to go southbound 25. Eastbound certainly affected, but definite delays there. And we got 270 running a little heavy coming off I-70 west through Vasquez. Also north end I-25 up around 84th. Kind of bogged down a little bit. We've had a little bit of company in and out of downtown, particularly around 6th and Colfax for northbounders, but no major difficulties. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
What if I can guarantee the price of Bitcoin will be $1 million in 2030? Well, I can't, but I can guarantee you'll save a lot of money on blinds at my company, Blindster.com. Free samples, free shipping, and guaranteed to fit. Shop at Blindster.com today.
Now, you've heard me talk about Vestera Turnkey. That is the program where you can become a landlord without the conventional risks and hassles. In fact, I met many of you at our seminar we did last Saturday with Barry Miller, the founder, and me. We can help you, whether you want to use retirement money to do this or you want to use your straight investing money. VesteraTurnkey.com or, of course, MyBiggestReturn.com. If you want to talk to them, you can always do that as well. Talk about becoming a landlord where they control where you buy, when to buy, not control, but suggest and help you and guide you where to buy, when to buy, how to buy, then management and ultimately making returns of 30 to 80% a year. Vestera, turnkey.com, 303-888-3788, 888-3788. Red Rocks Roof and Solar. You want some solar? You want Red Rocks Roof and Solar. RedRocksRS.com. They do solar right. They don't just sell at the door and disappear like most of them do, or they don't just install and never see you again. They do it all, from sales to installation to services. They service what they sell. They'll even service if they didn't sell it. That's how serious they are about solar. Give them a call if you're looking at a solar system. You won't do better than RedRocksRS.com, especially commercial operations that can get it entirely paid for with federal grants if they qualify. 303-704-2449, 704-2449.
Hello, it's Sherry. Hi, Sherry. This is Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter
Charlie Roofing, that's a good site.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And I hear that you have an issue with waste.
You like that Forerunner?
Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and get you on here, and Tom will be with you as soon
What
as
are they
possible,
going to?
okay?
What are they going to after? Oh.
Well, we bought it new, so it's just been us driving.
Okay, well, we're a call-in radio show, so we don't do off-air calls. We just do on-air calls. So, and then you would have to be assigned to a deputy, and that's kind of how it goes. But you'd have to talk with Tom and Mark before that happens.
We'll make it painless.
Okay. Have you already spoken with Suzanne about this? She indicated that she had already.
Thanks for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Please hold a moment.
Wow, Dragon sounded so professional.
Yeah, we just typically don't do off-air calls. We only do on-air calls, and that's so just in case.
Why do so many of them think we'll take them off the air?
Okay. Are you sure about that? Because you sound great right now. So, do you have some?
You have to leave early
about
then,
doing
right?
that, or
1 o'clock.
is it just
No, that's
have
fine,
you
yeah.
been on air before?
I'm just confirming that this person is not going to bail on me at the last minute.
Okay, well we can actually help you out. Right.
Thanks for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Please hold a moment.
My wife hates home shows because she doesn't like to tell people no.
Okay, well, if you change your
they're
mind,
not
please
like
let us
carnival
know.
barkers.
No, but they're always like, "Hey, what's your
Okay.
next home project? What do you get?"
All right.
I don't find that.
Bye.
Oh well, maybe you got this look on your face, but my wife's so sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, Kelly.
Like, is that your experience too? Oh yeah. Yeah. It drains my wife because she's like, I just rejected 400 people. It hurts me. And, yeah.
Kelly, can I ask who that call was that wouldn't come on the air?
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
That's not.
Or hang up.
Is Mark up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. Marc Mager.
Station.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Luis has a question on an extended warranty. On his, well, no. Okay, this is another Luis, sorry. Or, Luis, do you have a question about your extended warranty?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, go ahead, sir.
So I have a 2023 Ford F-150 that the extended warranty, factory warranty just expired.
Yes.
The truck currently has 56,000 miles on it.
Okay.
And Ford keeps sending me emails to renew the extended warranty with them. And I was just calling to see if you have any suggestion on what
Yes.
companies would be better.
Okay,
than
here's
get
what I'm going to
extended
tell you,
warranty.
Luis. If you're going to do any kind of an extension of a warranty, first of all, I wouldn't do it personally, but if you want to do it, the only one I would do it with is the manufacturer. So I would go to Ford and I would take them up on it. What are they suggesting? How much is it going to cost you?
I really haven't even bugged to find out with them.
Well, let's put it this way. Do you want to extend a warranty? Have you used it a lot? The warranty?
No, I have not used it at all, but I'm just afraid because I have heard from other friends that I know they have had issues with transmission problems on these trucks.
Now, I want to tell you
haven't had any
something,
issues at
Luis.
all.
This is really important that you know this. This is kind of complicated, so I want to explain this to you.
Okay.
There is a sneaky way. There's a straightforward way first to sell the warranty. A straightforward way is to take today's mileage and add to it. So they say, okay, your how many miles do you have on it?
56,000.
What was the warranty up to how many miles? 48,000?
No, it was actually 36,000 or 3 years.
Okay, so you were covered up to 36,000 miles and 3 years. You went beyond that and you have 56,000 miles or whatever. So the straightforward way to sell a warranty would be to say you have coverage up to 100,000 miles and so many years, period. And then you would have that coverage up to however 100,000 miles, okay, or 75,000 miles or 90,000 miles. But there would be a definite mileage number that you have coverage to, along with a calendar number, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, whatever. That's the straightforward way of buying it. Then you can say, okay, I'm going to be covered for this many miles for this much money, period. Now, there's another way to sell warranties that is sneaky. Now, I'm telling you, they do it, and it is the most outrageous thing you can imagine. But they may come to you, Luis, and say, we're going to sell you a 6-year warranty, or we're going to sell you a 5-year warranty, or we're going to sell you an 8-year warranty. And in the small print, it says that the warranty begins at your in-service date and goes for that length of time. So let's say you have a 3-year-old truck and you buy a 5-year extended warranty. That is not really a 5-year warranty. If it goes back to your in-service date, you're only getting 2 additional years. And then you say, wait a minute, how the hell can you sell me a warranty and call it a 5-year warranty when I'm only getting an additional 2 years? And they say, oh, it goes back to your in-service date because technically, if anything was going wrong back then and it manifests now, we should be paid for that previous period of time. So they call it a 5-year warranty, and it's a 2-year warranty. Don't buy a warranty that has an in-service date prior to the time you had the warranty. Don't do it. So the only way I would buy an extended warranty is, number 1, from the factory. Number 2, clearly stated the amount of miles it will cover or the calendar time. And never buy one that is retroactive. It is the most ridiculous thing in the world, but they do it all the time. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the way I would do it. So if you don't even use a warranty, that money probably would be better spent on just preventive maintenance. Just take care of your vehicle. Now, does that mean you won't have a catastrophic failure? Once in a while you do. But most of the time, you can track catastrophic failures to abuse most of the time. In fact, probably 99.9% of the time, if you take care of your vehicle with being religious on maintenance and repairs and the proper lubricants and the proper scheduling of maintenance, you're never going to have a problem with that car. And that, I'm telling you, you're never going to have a problem if you do it that way. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Dimitri, do you have an update with Amy and her BMW?
A few minutes ago, we talked with Kelly, who's been hung up on by Car Pros over there in Golden.
Yeah, because Car Pro sold her a car, and we're trying to figure out, is it salvage or not?
Well, we're also trying to figure out if it was a branded title or not, because I'm looking.
Meaning from hail damage,
or for any other reason. It turns out that the state of Colorado does require a branded title disclosure. I'm looking at the statement at the form right now.
So a branded title would include salvage as well.
It would include salvage. It would include true mileage unknown. It would include.
And it must be disclosed.
It must be disclosed, and this form has to be provided. Now, this form was not in any of the paperwork that Amy had sent us. So I called Nash over at Car Pros in Golden, and I said, hey, man, I'm not going to point the finger at you. I'm just trying to figure out if this car had either a salvage or a branded title. And he says, well, it's not a branded title. No, I'm sorry, I misspoke. He said, it is not a salvage title. And I said, well, is it a brand? Did it come with a branded title? And he refused to answer that question. He says, no, and I'm paraphrasing, we hold client confidentiality and very high.
There's a lot of BS, basically BS.
Complete BS. He's pretending like it's some kind of HIPAA regulated.
I know.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Maybe he heard it from his doctor.
I'm not allowed to talk about this under so-and-so private. A lot of them talk about the Privacy Act. They have no idea what that means. There is a Privacy Act, but it has nothing to do with talking about a deal.
Yeah, he didn't mention the Privacy Act, but he pretended like this is some kind of super confidential.
So he's basically BSing us.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea I got.
So maybe the dealer is crooked.
Well,
because since he won't talk about it or come on, I can only assume he's hiding something.
It's not a good look.
He can talk to you off the air.
It's not a good look. Let me tell you that.
That's Car Pros. We better warn people about Car Pros. Okay, I'm done with Car Pros. I'm done with them playing the hoochie coochie game and the peekaboo. Basically, we're not. Look at. We don't even know if they sold it with a branded title or not, but I will tell you this, that the guy won't even talk about it. He's afraid to talk about it. And I think Amy's got some case here because they won't even address it. Do you have their number over at Car Pros? I think people should give them an on-air review. Now, listen, what I mean by that is don't be rude, don't be vulgar, but tell them, look, this is not a good look. You sold a car with a messed up title. This woman, now has a rotten engine, and it was not disclosed to her. That much we know. It was never disclosed to her of a branded title or a salvage title whatsoever. And he claims it doesn't have a branded or salvage title.
He told me it does not have a salvage title. He would not answer my question when I asked whether or not it had a branded
because he had to disclose a branded title as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at the actual form that the state provides for that kind of disclosure.
Okay, so Car Pros is the name of these clowns.
Yeah.
So what? Tell me the go on. Give their number out.
Well, the number
people should know about it.
It was 720-999-1915. 720-999-1915.
Trying to find Amy's problem, damn it, so I can make notes in here.
So my next call is to the dealer licensing authority, the DMV, to see if I can dig up some information on what kind of title did this car really come with. And I also want them to clarify for me whether or not the dealer should have if there was anything that the dealer should have disclosed but didn't. So
is it safe to say he was coy?
Yeah, I mean, when he refused to even discuss this topic with me, I think that's the definition of coy, isn't it?
And did you tell him that she called us for help?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to give out their number again, and I want to say it's Car Pros. And where are they located? Do we know?
They're in Golden. They're somewhere on McIntyre Street over there, which is kind of like
Car Pros in Golden. And what's the phone number?
The number where I called Nash and he answered was 720-999-1915.
Okay, so here's what we know, people. And by the way, there may be nothing wrong with this deal for all we know.
Well, I agree.
But I know one thing. Amy's got a suspicious title. No matter how you look at it, it's suspicious. And she doesn't know what to do. Now, she does have a blown engine. Oddly enough, had they disclosed everything on their sale, she would have been stuck with a bad engine.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we have reason to believe this is a branded title and it was not disclosed to her. That's what we have reason to believe. We would like to know otherwise, but when we call Car Pros in Golden, and who'd you talk to? Nash is his name? Well, who is Nash? The manager?
I didn't ask him.
Okay, so we tried to talk to Nash at 720-999-1915. He was very coy, would not address it, and kind of alluded to the fact that it's kind of like HIPAA. I mean, the guy is an idiot. So what we want to know, does Amy have a branded title? If so, why did you not disclose it? Well, we know it's branded because it says it's branded in the paperwork, and he hasn't disclosed it. Don't we know it's branded or not?
Well, according to the report from Bumper, it's branded.
Right.
There was no mention of branding on Carfax.
That's right.
So I'm waiting to hear from Copart to see if they know anything about this title. I sent them the VIN.
Car Pros bought it from Copart.
I'm not sure.
But you should reach out to the dealer board too, Dimitri.
Yeah. It's the CHASA or CHAFA or something like that. There's some kind of
the dealer licensing board.
Yeah.
Colorado Dealer Licensing Board.
Is that what they're actually called? Okay.
It's dealer licensing board is what I know.
So I'll see if they can help us by taking a look at this deal to see if there was any paperwork.
But Nash, just because you don't want to talk doesn't mean it goes away, Nash, at Car Pros in Golden. It doesn't go away. We get on to something like a pit bull. It doesn't go away. 720-999-1915 is Car Pros. Avoid them like the plague. If they would do it to this deal, who knows how many people they would try to screw. That's my opinion based on the facts we have. And Nash, you're perfectly welcome to add to those facts as you see them. But for now, he just wants to hide his head in the sand. So here's the number for that phone under the sand in the hole. 720-999-1915. Car Pros. Avoid them. This seems like they sold a branded title without disclosure. We have more coming up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Some good news north of downtown. The I-70 east and westbound off-ramps to southbound I-25 are reopened. after a crash had the ramps closed. We are seeing traffic return to normal. South of there, 6th Avenue eastbound, some stop and go on the off-ramp to I-25 southbound. I-25 itself flowing free. We're seeing highway speeds. The same goes for I-70 east and westbound to and from TIA. South of there, I-225 north and southbound, no complaints through Aurora. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
Zero Res Denver, the best carpet cleaning ever. Why do I say the best? Because it's the healthiest and the best. It makes your carpets not only look clean, but feel clean and is healthier for your home. Whether you have them do your carpets or any flat surface in your home, including ductwork with their strong, it's purified, softened, alkaline-based water, the best cleaning agent in nature. Suffice it to say, nothing is put down in your carpet. Everything is taken out, including crap from previous cleanings. This is the kind of clean you will love in your home. Safe for pets, safe for you, safe for kids, and it is spring cleaning time, so take advantage of all of their great deals at ZeroResDenver.com, because they always have screaming deals going on. Right now, you get 3 rooms starting at $109 and $75 off duct cleaning. Give them a call. Tell them Tom told you to call. 303-471-5150. 471-5150. ZeroResDenver.com. John Fuller is an attorney I hope you never need. But here's the deal. He's a personal injury attorney. And you may need him if you're in an accident, or you may have questions. You can call him free of charge with no obligation, always to ask your questions. And if you do hire him and there's no obligation, then, of course, it's on a percentage fee basis. He collects when you collect. 303-597-4500. Personalized personal injury. 303-597-4500. How much time do I have?
4. 3.5.
Okay.
Howdy, Dragon.
Hi, Suze.
Oh, no, this is Mark. I'm transgendering.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark is transgender. Okay.
Yeah.
It's about
What do you
time. We
sound
always
like?
knew it was coming.
Is Michael there?
Michael who?
Michael O'Malley?
Oh,
Hey, I don't know if
maybe
my mic's closed or not.
There he
Oh,
is.
there you are. Hey.
Hey, thanks again for the invite up here. Always a pleasure.
Sure. You having fun?
Oh, I'm having a blast.
Cool.
So apparently Tom's on a weight loss program too.
I know. Crazy, huh?
I know. I haven't seen Mark though. I've got to see what's going on with him. He said he lost what, 40, 50 pounds?
I think he's like right around, I don't know anymore. 30 was the last I heard.
That's incredible.
So yeah, it's like, yeah, getting some of that off. And
That's gotta improve a pickleball game or a racquetball game, right?
yeah, for sure. And yoga.
Ew.
Oh, man.
Tom Martino Show.
Yes, sir.
Did you get your kid all moved last month?
What was that?
Did you get your kid all moved last
I
month?
was thinking about you guys because this is our first one to leave. And it's an adventure, right? When the first one leaves the house and you're trying to figure out, like, how do you parent from a distance?
How old is it?
21.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you want to...
Did he go off for work or
Yeah,
move
he's
out
actually
with
working in our
buddies, go
Oklahoma
off to
branch.
school?
Yeah, he's helping...
Oh, get out of here. Where's
Yeah.
he at in Oklahoma? That's where I was born and raised.
So he's in Norman right now.
Bumfuck
Okay,
Oklahoma.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why
That is.
when Tom was saying it costs, you have to make $120,000. I was like, I was just out in Oklahoma. You don't need $120,000 a year to buy a home out there.
They said average.
You can live large out there on a lot less.
Average home is.
Yeah, I know.
Minimum income for an average home.
$120,000.
Wait, you did say what the average was. It's 400 something.
Yeah, but yeah, like that's a place where, like, I'm sure that with Miles too, right? You go to some of these outlying areas and you could buy a home and
What
get
can you
started
buy
there.
for there?
Probably 250.
Yes.
3 still.
For sure, but then you're always thinking resale too, Michael.
it's
Like,
true.
oh my gosh, if he moves out of here in
shit.
2 years, can he sell this thing?
God damn it. Uh-oh. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
I need a whole paper towel thing. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Do I have to go back on right now? God damn it.
30 seconds.
Fuck. I need it quick, Dimitri. I'm sorry.
Run, Dimitri, run.
And I can use all the smart-ass remarks I can get right now. That would be great. Just keep them coming.
Just hose him down.
Go to the bathroom. I know there's a half a roll of toilet paper
10
left.
seconds, buddy.
Well, actually...
Legislature coddle child rapists. Should there be mandatory jail for teachers who sexually abuse students and life without parole for those who rape young children? Join me at 4.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, let's go back to the phones and find out what's in your mind. Pete, you have a question about small business. Then we'll go to Deputy Chopper, Deputy Dimitri. We have all kinds of follow-ups going on. So what's going on, Chopper? What's going on, Pete?
Hey, Tom. So I own a small business here in Arvada, run a small plumbing business out of my home. And, I'm legit with IRS and state and everything, been doing this for years. I've been getting mail for another business with my address on it. It's a new business that started up.
Wait, the only thing it has your address on it?
Oh, I've dealt with
It had my
these.
address, and
all right,
and
hold
then,
on a second. You hear the
letter.
music, so we're running out of time. This could be very important because a lot of scammers are using existing addresses. Plus, Dimitri has experience with this. So hang on. And Chopper, hang on. We'll get to you as well. 303-713-8255.
The check is good. The experience is smooth, and the reviews online are...
How's the computer?
God damn it. Well,
There we go. Did you get everything cleaned up, Tom?
I'm doing it now. This alcohol will dry it up.
Look, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
It's a shit show over there.
Yeah. And I
Get
don't
a
know why.
towel.
I mean, I haven't spilled in so goddamn long.
And you even used to use that cover. You used to have a clear cover. Well, you do. Is that it right there? Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's why.
So that saved your $7,000 computer.
Yeah, can you believe the price of that?
You're having a bad computer day. First it was acting up. Now it got a bath.
Yeah, it was acting up. Wait, this...
Hey,
Aren't you going to
Dimitri?
mess your laptop up spraying it like that?
Oh, it's alcohol.
Oh.
It's approved for electronics.
Hey, hey, Dimitri.
Like whiskey?
Yeah. Or Coke Zero. So if you're going to be there, Suze, then chime in. What's Mark doing?
He just hopped in the shower real quick. I've got sort of some drama with my new furniture, so we're going to go to American Furniture in a little while.
God. There we go.
Dimitri, can you hear me?
Dimitri, he's
He
talking to
doesn't
you.
look like he's there. Dimitri.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, I just have a suggestion. When you come into Tom's on Friday, why don't you bring him a few sippy cups?
That's a good idea.
Hey, Bo.
Yeah.
Bo, I know you asked about you and your kid coming over Sunday, but Mark and I are going to be out of town now. So is that cool that we do it the following weekend or something?
Following week's fine. We just want to kind of get a lay of the land before she comes
Yeah,
over.
and it doesn't even have to be on the weekend. It can be on a weeknight, too. But let's talk about it next week.
A lay
All
of the
right,
land
Suze,
for what?
I'll let Abby know.
His daughter's going to puppy house sit for us.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, for in May, she's going to.
For a reasonable rate.
Did you ever ask
Yes.
Dolce? If you
Not
want
gonna
to
lie to
wreck your house, ask her.
Okay, I'll use her as a backup then.
Yeah. Actually, Vonnie would be great. He would be better, actually.
I'm sure Dolce would love to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's the truth. I'll take 4 boys for every girl.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Come on.
Hey,
Raising
Miles.
a girl versus a boy? Come on.
Let me tell you something, Tom. I mean, Miles, about gave me a couple mini heart attacks between 16 and 19 years old.
What about you? You don't have both, right?
I've got 3 girls and 1 boy, and they're all grown. But we made it through drama free. But now as they get into marriage, like it's the time where I've
got anyone engaged?
No, not yet. But that we're moving that direction with some things. And man, there's a lot more responsibility, it feels, as a parent of daughters as they get older versus my son. I'm like, oh, he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's gonna be fine. My daughters, I'm like, what head do other guys have on their shoulders, and how deep can I dig?
Yeah, that's true. But all in all, Michael, life will kick them in the ass, and that's what you got to be prepared for as a parent.
Yeah. Yep.
That's good. It kicks them in the ass.
Yeah, that's how they grow, right?
In different ways, exactly.
Now, I take Tom's advice on a lot of things, and I didn't realize that cranberry juice is how you clean your Mac if it's running slow.
Yes, it is.
That's good to know. Like, I'm going to do that when I get home.
Try that over Starbucks.
It's better than Coke Zero.
I noticed it smells really nice.
Right?
Yeah, it had a nice kind of like tart berry.
That is great juice, by the way. Damn.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Ocean Spray. I haven't had it in a long time.
That's mostly apple juice.
Cranberry.
Yeah, I found out that most cranberry juice is mostly apple juice. If you look at the ingredients.
What?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious.
It's like the first ingredient is apple juice.
This is the first ingredient.
Okay.
You got to take the bet first.
Cranberry juice. It does have apple juice.
Oh, it's
Why would it have apple juice in it?
Probably because cranberry juice is too tart to drink on its own.
Why don't they say apple cranberry?
You could get pure cranberry juice at like Whole Foods.
But it doesn't say apple cranberry. It says cranberry, but apple's the second ingredient.
Right.
Yeah.
Assign Ocean Spray to one of your deputies. Let's get him on the line. Yeah. Let's figure this out.
Yeah. Let's go to war with cran.
Wait, it also has grape
Let's get a comment on that.
It also has grape juice.
Get a comment.
Yeah, it's got grape juice in it too.
Yeah.
Damn. I just realized I have a dental appointment today.
What, is it? Do you go to Dr. Kelly still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're calling for a follow-up, Ronnie? You're calling for a follow-up? Okay, hang on.
Susan, are you going to be in studio tomorrow?
Yep, Mark and I will be in tomorrow for sure.
Hey, Bo,
Nobody
what is it?
better
You don't
have
like
eaten
my
Chopper's snack that he made me. Chopper left me a chocolate peanut butter something or another.
Your cat is kind of scary.
Oh, you don't like my cat? Okay.
I love cats, except I sneeze when I see them.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
I'll come over. I'd like to come over. Are you going to be in studio at home Friday, Tom?
Yep.
I'm going to come over Friday. It's all right with Suze.
Yeah, tomorrow is Mark's day anyway. Total. Oh, Dimitri, tomorrow?
Yeah, so I'll go to the radio station tomorrow.
I have that procedure thing going on.
Yeah, I knew you were not going to be.
I shouldn't be talking about it, actually. Okay. All right. Now, what I don't
Tom
like is
Martino
this
Show.
goddamn stickiness after I clean the son of a bitch. You're supposed to.
Sure, what's your name?
They need a little alcohol, Tom.
That's what I've been using.
It.
Oh, have you?
I've been using more damn alcohol than you can shake a stick at.
This place is probably explosive now.
Well, you can definitely talk to
That's
Tom
gonna
about
get-
it.
Never. You can now set Denver's talk station as a preset
Awesome, doing it now.
on the free iHeartRadio app.
You say there's something.
It doesn't kill germs.
Ripped off, bad
news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. This hour brought to you by Castle Rock Home Shows. Yep, you go to the Castle Rock Home Show this weekend. Free parking, free tickets. You don't even have to mention Martino. CastleRockHomeShow.com all weekend. More than 400 participants in 2 giant buildings, all inside, climate controlled. All right, let's go to the phones really quickly here. Pete, you had a small business question, so go ahead. Let's take that up now. Go ahead, Pete.
So yeah, like I said, I have a small business here in Arvada, and I started getting mail about 8 months ago from this other small business with my address on it, and I was sending it back to the post office and everything, and it has my exact address but another business company's name. And then recently, just last week, we got a letter, and it had my wife's name on it, so she opened it, and it is from the Electronic Federal Tax Payment System.
Yep, somebody's setting up a scam. D, what do you know about this, D?
Yeah, so this is the third call we got just like this over the past few months.
That's right.
And the first 2 calls, what I did is I looked up that business at the Colorado Secretary of State's office, and sure enough, it had the caller's address, completely unrelated business, and both of those registrations were filed by people from China. So, Pete, have you looked up this business at the Secretary of State's office?
Yes.
And was it filed by somebody
not with the Secretary
from?
of State, but I googled.
No.
I googled it, and it's a furniture shop on Instagram. But no, I didn't go to the Secretary.
All they're doing, listen, all they're doing is spoofing addresses.
Well,
believe it or not, I'm just saying in some cases, it doesn't mean it's a scam. Let's say somebody did that Instagram thing and they have to give an address. They pick a random address, or they pick an address in the area they're doing business. I'm not saying that it isn't a scam. It very well could be, but that doesn't always mean it means somebody is just short-circuiting the system. They don't want to give out a real address, and they feel if the Instagram company goes under, then nobody will have recourse. Because many of these Instagram companies I found buy products for just Instagram, fill a few orders, and then disappear. Go ahead, D.
Tom, the previous 2 callers said they're also receiving letters from the IRS. Pete, are you getting letters from the IRS addressed to this business?
I got one from the Electronic Federal Tax Payment System saying that with a PIN number, the tax identification number and everything, but it's that company's name, but now it has my wife's name on it as well.
Yeah. Hey, so listen,
And
if you want me to look,
what does he do about it though? Really?
So here's what the previous 2 callers did, and it worked out for them. So first of all, Pete needs to figure out if they registered this business at the Colorado Secretary of State's office. That's very easy to do. And Pete, if you're not sure how to do it, I'd be happy to do it for you. Then they both contacted the Secretary of State's office, who's aware of this kind of a problem going on, and they said they'll investigate it and delete that business. Now, Pete, the other thing that you got to start doing is don't return that mail. Start opening all of it to see if there's some kind of a scamming process that's going to involve you. So start reading all that mail.
Is that illegal to open somebody else's mail?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can open. What are you kidding me? If it's
mail?
Yeah. Start opening all that mail, because you're going to start getting mail from the IRS. You're going to start getting it from other taxing authorities and God knows who else. Maybe they're applying for loans and using your address. So you need to know what's going on.
Yeah, that could be a lot of trouble for you. Definitely start investigating. Be proactive about it.
Yeah, don't return this mail.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have to say goodbye to Michael O'Malley pretty soon, so petrolleroofing.com. You go there to enter for the giveaway. What else did you want to talk about before you leave?
Hey, just a consumer awareness thing. When you guys are updating your homeowner insurance, be careful to make sure insurance companies aren't sliding anything past you.
Like the actual cash value deductibles?
Exactly. Like the
or
ACP,
actual cash value coverage.
Or they're changing your deductibles from a flat deductible to a percentage deductible, because that's going to get really costly, and it might seem like it saves you money in the short term.
Right.
But if you need somebody to look over what your roof coverage is, and you want to send it over to Petrolli Roofing, we're happy to take a look and help you guys walk through through that so that when the storms come, because they always come in Colorado, that you're prepared and you're not surprised.
719-375-8773, petrolleroofing.com. Thank you for being here, Michael. Appreciate it. Okay, Ronnie, what's going on with you, Ronnie?
Yeah, I had called you last week, and we got Tesla on the phone, and they said it was going to help me out. We was going to resolve it. But then when they got me on the phone, they said the price was still what it was.
Ronnie, I'm trying to find
that's that.
I'm trying to find your call. I do recall it. I'm just trying to find my notes on it. Did you use the name Ronnie when you called in?
Yes.
Okay, let me find your call here. And this was yeah, I'm trying to find it, bro. I'm just not finding it. Do you recall? Does anyone recall this call? Who called Tesla for you? Ronnie, who called Tesla for you? Mark might have taken this call because I don't have any notes.
Or I think it was either you or somebody on your team.
Somebody
I don't recall a Tesla call.
Okay, I don't recall the call anywhere. I'm looking for it here, Ronnie. So what? Just tell me the original problem. I'm sorry to make you have to do this. What was the original problem? Oh, here it is. Here it is. You hired Tesla to replace one solar panel. They damaged it, right?
They damaged my roof.
Yes, they damaged your
Didn't
roof.
tell me.
And you had estimates of around $12,000 for repairs. That's hard to believe, man. Wait a minute. Who damaged your roof?
Tesla. When they came out and switched out my damaged solar panel, they damaged my roof, did not tell me, and that's the reason why the inside of my house
I don't know.
damaged.
Here. I don't understand. First of all, you say the inside of your house. So you say your roof was damaged, so it leaked, and then it did damage on the inside of your house?
Yes, because they didn't tell me.
I get it, brother. Maybe they didn't know. Is it possible they didn't know that they what did they do to your roof? What was the actual damage they did?
They put holes in my roof.
Well, they always put
Over
holes.
there where they replaced the solar panel.
When you say they put holes in your roof, of course they did. That's how, and then they usually seal them. But do you know what he's talking about?
Usually, if they're running the, it's one of two things: either they're fastening or affixing the panels to the roof, and they didn't seal that well, or where the electricity comes up through the roof, that wasn't sealed correctly, and so you're going to get water in through there. But the roof damage itself can't possibly be $12,000. So are you saying it's for the inside of your house too?
Yeah, it's for both.
Let me ask you this: how long ago did they replace that panel?
This was the summer, not last year, but the year before that.
No, you're not going to get those damages, man. You're just not going to get them. If you hired Tesla to replace a solar panel in the summer of 23, you can't come after them now and say that they caused this damage to you. When did you discover the damage?
The hailstorm that happened last summer.
Well, how do you know it wasn't the hailstorm that caused the damage?
Because
did you get paid from your Did you get paid from your insurance for the hail damage and the interior damage then? Did you get paid for it?
No, sir.
Why didn't you put in a hail claim if you had a hailstorm?
I did. And when we went up there, we seen the damage. But before we seen the damage, my wife called me and was like, water's coming through the roof.
Okay, Ronnie.
I said, no, water shouldn't be coming through the roof.
Ronnie, let me explain a few things to you. if you had work done in the summer of 2023 and did not notice damage until 2025, you're going to have a hard time saying, because that was damaged back in 23 and it sat there for 2 years, you want to be paid every dime. I'm going to tell you, if you had a hailstorm and that caused you to go up on the roof, there's every bit of a chance you can get that covered by your insurance under the hail claim. If you have if you put in a claim, did anyone fix your roof for the hail damage?
Not yet, because I'm using Dura.
What is
they're
Dura?
Gonna fix my.
Do you have homeowners insurance,
Dura
Ronnie?
Yes.
Your homeowner's insurance will write you a check. Why are you not putting in a claim with your homeowner's insurance?
I'd call Red Rocks as well.
They were already
my
on.
Homeowner's insurance is charging me a $10,000 deductible, which I didn't. We didn't make that.
Ronnie.
$10,000 deductible. That's a whole different deal.
Ronnie, it sounds to me like you just got caught in today's world, okay? You must have agreed to the $10,000 deductible when they renewed it and you didn't realize it. I'm not saying you wanted a $10,000 deductible, but I guarantee you they have paperwork to show you agreed to it. Mike O'Malley from Petrali Roofing was just talking about that. They sneak these things in upon renewal. So here's what happened. You have roof damage that you can get fixed, and you have a $10,000 deductible you can't pay. Did Dura say they would help pay for your $10,000 deductible?
They said that they would help do my roof.
Okay, well, they're not going to help do your roof if you have insurance. So I don't know where the hell you're finding that out. They're not going to do your roof. If you are covered by homeowners insurance, Dura will not do your roof. I'm sorry, but they're not going to do your roof. They might help you pay the deductible. But here's another thing. I don't understand. You're trying to collect from Tesla. You're trying to collect from Dura, plus you have insurance. I mean, you know, I don't know what you're trying to do, but you're not going to get paid from Tesla. You know, you can't say after 3 years or 2 years that Tesla's to blame. It's never going to hold water. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it.
This is how it happened. This is how I know. That summer when they damaged my roof, and
they did not damage your roof if they installed solar panels. How did they damage your roof? You said they put holes in it. How can they attach them without putting holes in it?
Those holes was a nice size where it damaged the inside of my house.
Okay.
But what I'm telling you is,
here's what I don't understand. When he says they put holes in his roof and they're attaching solar panels, does he mean extra holes? They just drilled some extra holes for the hell of it?
They ran the conduit for the electric to go up, and if they don't seal it correctly,
right, that's right.
Yeah,
but I say it could have been sealed correctly. It could have been the hailstorm that did it.
Sure. Now, what I would recommend is your guy over that does HELOCs.
Yes.
Like that's one of the ways that people are overcoming these large deductibles. Get a HELOC where you can pull it out because the financing is much better than whatever financing you're going to get with criminal rates through other people
or credit card.
Yeah, so get a HELOC. That's partly what it's for. But I guarantee that Red Rock would be able to.
Ronnie, listen, man. I just need to be straight with you. If they did not seal those holes properly, you would have known it way before 2025. You would have known it.
Up the wrong tree on that one.
You really would have known about it way sooner. You can't just go back 2 years later and say, wait a minute, you guys never sealed this hole properly. Well, of course they did, or you would have had leaking way before then. You would have. I think you're going to lose the Tesla battle. If they offered you $3,000, I would grab it. I really would. And I'm sorry if I did not give you that impression, but if they simply did your panels and now you're having leaking due to a hailstorm, pursue the hail claim through Dura. I don't know how you're going to get Dura to pay for it, but apparently you said you are. I don't think you're going to get any more than $3,000 from Tesla. 303-713-8255.
Hey, it's Henry Bretz with XL Roofing. 303-761-6400. We'll clean the gutters on your one-story home for only $99. This is a screaming deal. Restrictions apply. Call for details. 761-6400. XL Roofing. You don't pay a cent until you're content. 303-761-6400. XLRoofing.com.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right. Vestera Turnkey, you've heard me talk about it, where you become a landlord without the conventional risks and hassles. Vestera Turnkey guides you through buying a rental in a market where appreciation is promising and rents are strong. And then they tell you and how to manage it, and they get you a management company, and then they help you sell it, all for profits of 30 to 80% a year. And it goes up to like 3 years. They're short-term holds. You become a landlord, and they guide you through the entire process. VesteraTurnkey.com. And you can also call Vestera right here at 303-888-3788. Gravina's, if you're looking for windows, look no further than Gravina's 950 West Evans, because they have 50 lines of windows. You should be able to find windows there, don't you think? 50 lines, plus multiple lines of siding and doors. Here's the idea. They have choice. They have value. They have all levels of trim, whether it's for your rental fix and flip or your dream home. That's a name you can trust. Gravina's, 950 West Evans, 303 Gravina, 303 Gravina, or gravinas.com. Now, you've heard us talk about financing and getting rid of high interest debt. That's why I'm partnering with American Financing, so you can get a home equity loan or refi and pull some cash out to get rid of accumulated high interest debt that you've probably been having since COVID, or maybe since the inflationary times. Whatever it is, get rid of it. You're never going to dig out of debt unless you get rid of high interest debt. Convert it to lower interest into the fives with American Financing. And what you can do is then start paying off that portion quicker if you want, but at least you'll have breathing room. Rates have dropped, time to take advantage. Many have saved up to $800 a month with American Financing. Give them a call to find out what they can do for you. No obligation, no upfront money. All you have to do is call and ask for help. 303-695-7000, 695-7000, AmericanFinancing.net.
And
what you doing?
Mm.
Good.
Nice guy.
Yeah, he is. Man, I saw you salivating. It wasn't?
It was
the 2024. 25 has a 6, has a 4. You don't. What don't you like about it? Oh, okay.
Hey, Thomas Martino.
Yes. That guy
We're
was
gonna split. We got someone here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's all right. We're going to split. I got tomorrow, and then we're off, as I told you. Period. Understand? We on the same page?
Friday till Monday. Or till Tuesday. Or
yeah, Friday we'll be back.
Tuesday.
Or Tuesday, whatever. Yeah, and I'll have all my equipment, so we're cool there. And if I get bored and you're still fine, I might jump in.
Okay. All right, good. Good. Have a good time.
Hasta la vista.
Don't you think that guy was looking for a payday or not? He's going to get paid by his insurance.
I was going to suggest he had have Matt from Paragon Services go over there, but it just seemed all convoluted.
Well, first of all, he
so
can't
long
pay his
ago.
deductible, and he said that was snuck on him and that he didn't want it.
That's-
I mean, so far, everybody did him wrong, basically.
We can't solve them all.
Hey, Dragon, I'm not sure if you had the 130 spots posted. I might have erased them by mistake if you did.
No, I have not put the new ones up
Good.
yet.
Okay, good. Were we ever able to get Barb's shoe on? Did you stop trying?
No, I gave the number to the guy.
Oh, good.
I left
good,
him a
good.
message with it.
Excellent.
Ten seconds here, Tommy.
Trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Don't forget Castle Rock Home Show this weekend. CastleRockHomeShow.com will get you those tickets. CastleRockHomeShow.com. 400 vendors or more, actually more than 400. 2 giant buildings, free parking, free tickets. That's CastleRockHomeShow.com. Let me go back to the phones. And Deputy Chopper has a follow-up. Deputy Chopper, which one was this? Marissa. She had, I guess what happened was on the 18th, she was hit by a car when she was on her scooter. The woman took off and was later found. But Marissa was given the ticket, and she thought that was unfair. But apparently they said she was at fault. And then she was in the ICU, resulting from a serious injury. She got an attorney and somehow received $4,000. Now, I don't know how she did that if she was deemed to be at fault, but then she bought a car with her settlement money in February, put down $5,000, financed $7,000, and was screwed on that deal. So this is another eternal victim. What did you find out, Marissa, about Marissa, Chopper?
Yeah, I'm only dealing with the car deal, not the being on the scooter.
Okay, good.
I called the Pueblo Fire Department because he said that car caught fire at I-25 and 8th, and they have an I-25 and 8th just like Denver does. However, the fire department had no record of it, but she also said a tow truck arrived before the fire department and towed the car off. And Tom, in my 36 plus years, the fire department's always the first people on the scene. Never a tow truck that would be there and tow off the car. So I called the towing company. They won't call me back. I did get a hold of the auto place where she bought the car because I think you were the one that said, and you were correct, you don't get a car or you don't buy a car and take it off the lot without having full insurance.
Right.
So I talked to Easy Breezy auto shop or auto store on Colfax. They were very helpful. Yes, but she bought the car on 12/16. So that's about 4 months ago. And she did have full insurance with a company called Briscoe West Insurance. I've called them. They haven't called me back yet. The other thing is she's up to date with the insurance, according to the auto store. However, they did tell me in the meantime that she had some friend of hers, let's call it a shade tree mechanic, work on that car, and they even paid $300 out of the $600 cost that he did on the car to fix it. So I'm not so sure what you can claim that.
I think Marissa, if you want to know the truth,
anything wrong.
if you want to know the truth, I think Marissa is her own worst enemy. First of all, she knows nothing about anything she's just did. So she ended up buying a car. Now, maybe she overpaid for the car, whatever, but she claims the car was defective from the get-go, and they knew it. She claims she was screwed also by the accident. You know, this woman, I just don't get any of it. I don't get any of it. And I don't know if we can really help her. Right now, she has full insurance on that car. She can get it fixed. I don't know why she's calling us. I think she wants out of the car
I think
deal.
She's calling us too soon. Well, that's over 4 months ago. I am trying to get some assistance from they changed their name, the Legal Center for Disability, see if they may assist her, or she needs to go back to her attorney, because I agree with you, Tom. I will keep on it, but there's not too much I can do.
Her story doesn't make sense. What she said was she was given a ticket and found liable for the accident where that woman hit her. So how did she collect $4,000? And her occupant on the scooter, who was not hurt, got $20,000. So I don't even know how that happened. How did that person get $20,000 and she get $4,000? I think we should ask the attorney. Then she takes the $4,000 and then she gets screwed on a car deal. So this girl gets screwed everywhere she looks. Everywhere she looks, somebody's doing her wrong. She said the woman hit her and took off, yet this woman gets the ticket. Marissa gets the ticket. Marissa says she was at fault, but her passenger was not hurt, but got $20,000. And Marissa got $4,000. Marissa takes the $4,000 and buys a car and is screwed on the car deal. The car is in an accident, which she says is not her fault. And now the insurance won't pay for it. What's that?
Right.
You know,
the car just caught fire, according to her.
Yeah, out of a clear blue sky, it caught fire. And this is after her friend worked on it.
Yeah.
Hey, gentlemen, I think
that's correct.
I think one or more of us might be conflating two terms: insurance company and auto warranty company. So auto warranty company.
She didn't have a warranty.
Well, why would an insurance company pay $300 towards some mechanic bill?
An insurance company didn't. The dealer did.
Oh, the dealer did.
The dealership paid $300.
Now, the other insight I can offer is that auto insurance, comp and collision, does not cover cars that burn down from a mechanical malfunction.
No, they won't.
Brian Burns could help us.
No.
Yeah. So what does she want from the insurance company?
She wanted her car fixed because of the fire.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to do that if it was from a fuel leak or
Take
something
a break
like
when you
that.
can, buddy.
All right, we got to take a break. I'm Tom Martino.
Well, I also sent her, Brian.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
A fairly calm drive throughout the Denver Metro for the 1 o'clock commute. Some slower traffic on I-25 northbound through downtown. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Speeds in the 40s and 50s between Alameda and Colfax. Only adding about 2 or 3 minutes to your commute. I-25 southbound showing highway speeds through town. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from the DIA area. South of there, I-225 north and southbound. No complaints through Aurora and the Denver Tech Center. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll explain how the sport of basketball was invented to lead people to God. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
You know, whenever we have auto repair problems and questions and complaints and need an expert, we call Uncle Kevin at SheridanAutotech.com. And he can be your expert at Sheridan Auto. You know what you do? If you need help, like buying a used car, he'll do a pre-buy inspection for like $120, spends a couple of hours on every system of that car. That's SheridanAutotech.com. Plus, if you have a car, even if it's under warranty, they can do all of your regular maintenance and repairs. And then you can go to the dealer for warranty stuff, but they do everything else, and they keep meticulous records for you. 303-455-7242. They even do electrical repairs. 303-455-7242. That's SheridanAutotech.com. You know, we have a lot of people who get injured in an accident and really don't know where to go. The very first call should be to John Fuller. And I'll tell you why. Of course, after taking care of your injuries and stuff. The reason I say John Fuller is because he will answer your questions without you having to hire him. No other attorney does that in personal injury. You can talk to him and ask any question you want. He'll give you an idea of what your case is worth, where to collect it, what to do next. Once that's established, then John Fuller can work for you if you hire him, but there's no obligation, on a percentage fee basis. Then you get his cell phone that you can call or text at any time. John Fuller, 303-597-4500. That's 597-4500. I got a whole bunch of stuff to do tomorrow. I don't even know how to do it. I got to find out about checking in and all that.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 970-684-4256. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 970-684-4256, 970-684-4256. Do you have a remote cabinet or computer off grid? Red Rock Roof and Solar is the only company specializing in these special standalone systems with battery backups and auxiliary generators. With Red Rock Solar, you get sales, installation, and service. Complete solar. Red Rock Roof and Solar, locally owned and operated by a veteran, honesty and integrity. 303-704-2449. 704-2449. RedRocksRS.com. Regen Revolution has helped me so much in terms of getting mobile and active again, and now they'll be helping me and you at their new location near Old Town in Arvada. It's an expanded facility, so an even better version of the great care you've come to know from Regen Revolution. The combination of regenerative medicine and more traditional treatment modalities has gotten me back to being able to play sports and exercise in ways I thought I might never do again. Learn more at regenrev.com.
Doc, I think I'm going to leave.
What?
I think I'm going to leave. There's not much going on.
It's only another 20 minutes, no problem.
Okay. And I'm not going to come in tomorrow because you're going to have 3 deputies. What? I'm not going to come in tomorrow because there's going to be 3 deputies here.
Who? Meebo and
Dimitri. So you don't.
Dimitri will be at Tom's.
No.
Hi, Bo. I'm here.
Dimitri's going to be here tomorrow.
Oh, did you ask him?
Yeah.
Yes, Sue's scheduled me for tomorrow, and we don't know about Friday yet. She hasn't told me yet.
Hold on, D. I was just telling Doc the story.
Roofing 303-761-6400.
Don't forget the Cast Rock Home Show this weekend. I love this show. It's one of the best home shows you're ever going to see. Way better than the one in Denver, in my opinion. CastleRockHomeShow.com for free tickets and parking and details. More than 400 booths, and they'll all be set up in the Douglas County Fairgrounds in 2 giant buildings. So rain or shine, you can get your keister over there and have a great time. I'm going to be there. All right. Deputy Chopper, this Marissa thing, I think we've done all we can. What do you think?
I agree with you, Tom. I will refer to the legal center if they call me back. That's about the best I could do.
What is the new way of putting this? That she's slow. I'm serious about that. I'm not trying to make fun of anyone. What's the best way to put that? Does she have learning difficulties, or I don't even know proper terms nowadays, for God's sake.
She claims that she has disabilities, that she's on like SSI or however they refer to it. There is one part that she did give my heart, Tom, and I got to say one thing. She was down in Pueblo picking up clothes to bring back for her mom's funeral today. And so that's why I tried the extra to help her.
No, I feel sorry for her. I really do. Marissa, it's just that everywhere she turns, she's getting taken advantage of. And again, I've often said this, there need to be better laws to protect people at risk, because people at risk can literally walk into a place and be taken advantage of, and there's no recourse. They don't even know they've been taken advantage of. There should be swift and really severe penalties for people who even engage in business with people at risk. And it's like when a bartender overserves someone at a bar, how does he know when that person is intoxicated? I don't know, but there is some kind of standard because they get sued enough for doing it. So shouldn't there be a standard for conducting business with people? That they should have a minimum amount of intellect to do business with. Does that sound harsh? I mean that. I really, honest to God, mean it. That I've often said this, just because someone is intellectually challenged, it should not be all's fair in love and war. It shouldn't be that you get to take advantage of them. We one time had a woman who was challenged go into a car dealership, and she paid $32,000 for a car that was advertised on the internet from that same dealer. The same exact car and unit number was advertised at $14,500. This woman was sold the car for $32,000. The dealer at the time was Don Massey. I called him Don Messy. That dealer, there was a sales manager there who said, well, she was willing to pay it. And I said, if you were offering this for $14,500 or $15,000, where did the price of $32,000 come in? And they said, well, we gave her the price and she accepted it. And I said, well, that's wrong. And she didn't know what she was buying. On top of that, she bought every bit of credit, life, and disability you could get, every kind of add-on you could buy, like mop and glow, we call it, paint protectant, fabric protectant, windshield glass protection, all of the crap. This woman walked out of there with a packed deal of $32,000. We undid the deal. But at the time, the guy basically said, we're not doing anything wrong. She was willing to pay it because she was stupid. She was stupid. We had another stupid person go to what was the name of it? It was a Dodge dealer. They're out of business. It was the Fitzgerald family up north. I forget the name of the Dodge dealer. They lost their dealership. They were so bad. It was the Fitzgerald family. I remember the name. They were taking advantage like that all the time of people. If people came in that were intellectually challenged, they looked at it as extra profit. Now, you may be sitting there thinking, Tom, what am I supposed to do? If somebody wants to buy something and they're willing to pay a certain price, what am I supposed to do? Not sell it to them? I think that we have an obligation to look at who we're doing business with and to make discernments and judgments. I do financial advisement, Wave 8, wealth management. If someone came to me and I thought they were dim-witted and I could take advantage of them and they want to invest in something that pays, a lot, or I don't know, we don't make commission anyway. So, but they want to invest with us and I didn't think it was wise. And I thought maybe they should have something more conservative, but I talk them into something high risk because they're dim-witted. I think that's on me. I think we have a responsibility to our fellow man. That might sound old-fashioned, but I truly believe that. And I don't know if a government can even make a law that way, but there are laws now for taking advantage of for people at risk, but they're hazy. They don't deal with cars and they don't deal with everyday practical things. More and more people are taken advantage by car dealers than any other segment. Any other segment, car dealers. And then in the retirement realm, people who sell one product and one product alone. Beware of any financial advisor or any person in finance or in retirement that sells one product, because they must sell that one product. Doesn't that stand to reason? Now, some of them are nice enough and good enough to say this product is not appropriate for you. But there are others who, when you go to them, they're going to sell you that one product if their life depends on it. Beware. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hey, fairly calm drive throughout the Denver Metro for the 1 o'clock commute. Some slower traffic on I-25 northbound through downtown. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Speeds in the 40s and 50s between Alameda and Colfax. Only adding about 2 or 3 minutes to your commute. I-25 southbound showing highway speeds through town. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from the DIA area. South of there, I-225 north and southbound. No complaints through Aurora and the Denver Tech Center. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
Hi, I'm Kyle, founder of Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to make quality, custom-made blinds affordable to everyone. Traditional window covering retailers are expensive. Our prices are low, and our blinds are guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
You know what I love? I love talking about Vestera Turnkey because they're helping people to become landlords. So what they do is they counsel you on the markets to go into, the houses to buy. They have a management company that takes the everyday aches and pains away. They also help by taking all of your phone calls. That's Vestera. That's if there are any. And then they help you sell the same property. All in a package deal. You pay only the normal commissions you would in real estate and normal management fees, and you can make 30 to 80% returns. VesteraTurnkey.com. Give them a call and find out more. And there's even a way to use retirement money to do this. 303-888-3788. 888-3788.
Hi.
Do you have any follow-ups at all?
No, just the ones I just already did today.
I want to recap that one guy, that one deal where I want to give out their number.
Oh,
I absolutely. Yep. What was her name again?
Her name is Amy.
Okay, she was up higher at the time. I remember Amy. God, that poor Amy. She bought a 2011. That's another woman. She was totally taken advantage of. Totally.
Well, I think she only paid like 5,000 something,
No,
didn't she?
down.
Oh, which it was financed?
Yep. She has a loan.
Oh, she'll never. Carla.
Yeah, she has a loan.
I have the.
Yeah, I can't go number
Wait a
two
minute.
anymore.
Wait a minute. Maybe she didn't. Maybe that was the other one. Wait, she paid $54.50. Maybe I might. It's not in my notes here.
I do have a bill of sale.
So she didn't, right? I might have that wrong, Dimitri. I think I'm confusing it.
There's a whole lot of paperwork here, so just find it. Yeah, total due was $56.68.
Okay, well, thanks. So it was 56, 56, 68.
Yeah, with taxes.
Got it. All right, thank you. All this accuracy is giving me a headache. We got to put this back in the. I had to put a new one in there anyway, so.
Yeah, you may as well keep this here because you use paper towels here, right?
You mean I should? What you really want to say is you never know when you're going to need a Martino. That's what you really.
Well, no, I just.
You know, you wanted to say that.
The observation is that you actually use a lot of paper towels throughout the day here.
I know you're right. I do. Shit. I'm nervous about tomorrow.
Thanks for calling Troubleshooter Show.
Well, for
Please
good
hold a
reason.
moment.
But, dude, so far everything's been going your way, so no need to.
You know what? That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, so I think that it would be different.
How much time when we get back, bro?
Maybe 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Tom Martino Show. Oh, it's the
I hate that sound, you bastard. Turn it off. I'm going to kill you.
It's the Castle Rock Home Show.
What sound?
Oh, never mind. I don't know which is worse, the smoke alarm or that.
Smoke alarm? I only do that on April Fool's Day.
Oh, I thought he was playing that high-pitched tone that I played at the
No,
studio.
that we don't hear. So everyone heard it on radio. I didn't hear it.
Let me play it.
Yeah.
Hear what?
High-pitched tone.
From the noisy Honda.
Oh, that's it. You bastard. I heard that. Dragon. You son of a bitch.
What are you talking about, Tom?
I heard.
80104.
10 seconds.
Hear it?
911 or his film appearances. You've seen him, you know him, and you probably love him. Nick Swardson comes to Comedy Works South and joins me, plus your chance to win passes Wednesday at 2 on 630 KHAL.
Frank Duran, the real estate man.com. He'll do a market evaluation of your home. If you're thinking about selling, he can go in and do an analysis of what you'll net on that house based on comps, neighborhoods, supply and demand, interest rates, all of that. Frank will do it all free of charge, complimentary. Whether you use him to list it eventually or not, he really, honest to God, does a great job and expects nothing in return. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, 303-920-1622. All right, listen, I want to recap what I call Bozo of the Day. And I'm calling Bozo of the Day today Nash at Car Pros in Golden. And here's basically the story. Amy in January paid $56.68 for a used 2011 BMW 335i at Car Pros in Golden. She took a road trip to North Carolina, and in less than 30 days, she experienced a complete breakdown. She heard knocking, showing codes, blah, blah, blah. She discovered online that this car was salvaged, according to her. That's what she said. Or branded. We verified that one of these services do show a branded title. We're a little hazy on what the branding is for, but it is branded. Deputy D contacted Nash over at Car Pros to try to get a resolution because it was never disclosed to Amy that this was a branded title. First
Tom,
of all,
could you just explain what a branded title is?
yes, it's a title with a problem. That's the easiest way of putting it. It's either a flood, hail damage, salvage. It's a title with a problem, and it's called flagged or branded. D,
thank you.
You read that in Colorado, that must be disclosed on a car deal.
Yeah, the state publishes a special form that the dealer fills out and gives to the consumer. I saw the form, I read it. And there are numerous reasons that the car. So my understanding of the branded title is kind of not as bad as a salvage title.
Right. Although a salvage is considered a branded title as well.
Yeah. Well, it might be. Yeah. I didn't read the distinction between the two, except for the branded title is less serious. Like it could be
like hail damage,
mileage unknown, hail damage, stuff like that. But it wasn't necessarily totaled out previously.
Not from a wreck. Right.
Yeah.
And so salvage usually denotes a wreck that was rebuilt. Usually. That's what salvage usually means. The insurance company sold it as parts, and then somebody rebuilt it. Whereas a branded title could be that the car's running perfectly, but it's too expensive to fix. It has hail damage all over it. That could be branded. A flooded car could be branded. So in any case, they wouldn't talk about it. They were very coy. And basically, we believe they should be avoided. That's Car Pros. Here's their number, 720-999-1915. You should tell them you heard about them here. 720-999-1915. That's Car Pros in Golden. By the way, I'm Tom Martino. Save all your problems for me. See you guys.
You're clear, buddy. See ya.
Follow Tom Martino at